Oh. Taxi. Taxi. And your taxi driver, no. Hey, you know. Hey, and now call you a brother idea food to it. A home in Hong Kong, no. The Bob or who said, "Who TV and I also dump him now, because I didn't meet you. Also dump him, dear now. Oh, maybe Tim Baby, I may make us and also dear na meet you. Dear now also dump him, which and someone to play a Pierre Rabbi catch him and I shame before.
You sound violent.
Yeah. Now, Obi, the end yet wabrabono no. Or Casabush, you couldn't. Or buy an only cameraman, he can tell us about them tea. Or Shanny said, maybe an TV, chin. And that's what I said, now that's what was hardly beauty. And he is sending pass over. Yeah, the shen, and I don't want to acquisition and Diego. Or Chilenimu say, a breast simono. Send Munyam Shannon or no open by breast simono because what will be paying in the opposite of a crabber. Pierre was on TV.
I know Pierre no worry, and
on one said the dances is all told Domuntin time, Tim Alpha free a call 20 times a day.
20 times a day. Hey, 20 times a day. And get to a was
also call hey. Now, crowd,
how fun is that? How the Kaneshi?
Oh, not a chili. Wow, Mauiano.
They say a sumo cry out. And I see you. Don't worry. And I see you. And that's it. Who trouble now? Who's a way? Yeah, it's
on the Musa, who's the crowd. There's a hot wine man. And no mercy will have a Mr. Banos are brandy for the past bear woman, dear. Bobano, maybe I know what you be. There be what could telephone. I brandy you are. Okay. No production you want. Okay. Or with trappy person, come on. I don't know what kind of production you share. Or don't see now society. I imagine what was it?
Let us say what
the duffel back will be what.
I kind.
A Juma watch mine 1 month continuously with all the seriousness.
Professor, or you addicted to Akenkan.
Who
prepares a person addicted to Akenkan?
There's a Bama no, yeah, hand me see. I know Banos who almost honor.
Or the mano. Daily, the apostle, no Pierre. The California, no more draws to us. Oh, my head, and a piano to us.
My main 20 is a talker and I come on. It's a bit Cassasa. The dog friends, oh, fried. Who many fried rice say who doesn't make it? Yeah, I don't know. I
don't think that.
I'm watching my quaba, and they September the Tosia Dionus, the Kenyan Ponyaco. A do what trick. A do what trick. Thank you. On their chain. And this is the ultimate TV breakfast show. Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. You are Tenassi, the end, the better. I was with Kenya. They were catching the order Kenya for the day is very important. Very, very important to me. Unya foundation ni yepe. Se wo CS so a contempa. Ba wo so no aboto a. Ode no nyame amema, obaboto saa na ode akona wiye. But ye mpene saa. Nti wa ba fa serious wa funu ma na mo ani ngina hu enne so ye da so nko. Nonko no pepepe ni epeja mu ye wo afisem ye wo pensem ye wo agokansie ana afi ba menka say ye wo kase so ewom. Te che say wo ye part of this bigger show. Kofi Ampedu Welbeck and ye Jan Ntaba kase so. Priscilla, Vodafone, Anaman, Dominic Isieboa, Dacha Hinanaya, camera, sound, makeup, set designers, lighting phone, driver form fire by Domasa, Ongina account, and a notice here, Kasa, Ewa Hamsi, Diamond Chira, award winning.
Yeah.
Ewa, and Afi, a Fiaman Kwa Tamaklo, and so Ewa, my mama.
Yeah, I do so.
Aha, be a ho.
I know a gift here, someone from Pom birthday.
Oh,
then
Obolo.
a new bolo, DB.
Hey, give camera. Baby elephant.
Baby elephant.
And no, so that Badwam make a jam. Chief.
Then I know they use it, yeah.
And I'm going to say, if you have the wood, the bed, I won't know ye. Near have a diamond to operate. Oh, how?
Chief. Oh, wow. Happy
Baby elephant. Gifty Asamoah from Paul. Happy birthday. Nyami shira no yo kese.
Chief. Oh, wow.
Inti ampedwa fa wo ho ka no pay. Oso o ye breakfast. Inti no gifty ye na brantem sa o ma ya. Wo ba kofi ampedu se o to pono.
Adanase. Nyami shira no.
Amen.
Adanase. Happy birthday to you, Gifty. Na pedwa ya heye na budget ye wana Gifty betimi ama na kutu.
Eno na se.
Na no be yi wa ma. Nyami asema ne nkwane na brabo. Oh, my own say, yes, 9th month, month, obia, the obia, nyin bia, obewo.
Yeah.
I can't afford me, na bosume na kwaye, but obio ha, on say award the account wa order, na kwan, who say eba.
Yeah.
Obio ha, de bia, when yemono, and yes, I make canyon say per se, but a brabo munyin say bia, no, on kasa timun say, I cut 2 days, na bosume ni ko so I won't cano. Sandy pano, person me catch and say. Dako ye nyame ne so mfiapem ne mfiapem ye nyame ne so dako ebedu ne so
good
enti erade nama yes enti ene erade nama wo chinchin a wo cha adom no safo no ma won san mo ho nko
okay
onkai wo
yeah that's it
ayi KN UST lecture bia kan sem bi na no kore no ye hu news yese adwumu hawo bebre no dan a ye ni
Lady Tibetu.
Yes. Just say, Udu Tibetu kura, pressure now, the Tidan Mokrano. Bosomia so, Afiaso. Just say, a dying issue, crama mental issues, of course. And your mental so attend to ma. And yes, or panel, but who said,
calculations.
Any Panama or drink. Sabe yo, benya rent is a issue.
They be a enemy nebika. If you have package, you see, you know, in your back buy. So, what my force was 8,000. When you 6,500.
And you're better.
If you run no money,
hey,
and near Jumari no year, or sorry, the normal story near 5, or sorry, 3, just to swerve.
Wow, now that's 7 is when
I could see that bang.
Any over two.
It is swerving on men who say, Utim Crabashisho.
Because after no a pahoma na asamato no si dan so na gunrem affordable so nya
affordable e brofo titiri na da so keke
asase ne so de da ho na ya jeje aboso e na me we ka he na gu ho
my dear enipa ye adwuma o ba adwuma no e hand to mouth ye di wo ye num keke enye so se de atwa nanum o nya se ne ho otan no akotena hotel didi o de e ba no an wo di no anti de bi obekwa adwuma so de bia esa
Ekaguye so.
Chese.
And na ye Ghana fo nso ye nipa bi a ye ni so de modembo bi a obi abo. Ye ni so modembo bi a obi abo bi a de kakra bi o ye de ba ne ho modem bi na. And na opa na tade we na show. Na ka we na use. Na enti bibi de bi obi apekese. Affordable nso egunrem. Affordable e na egunrem.
My dear.
But I am po. Elections professor ne kan na am.
Mesa boss I don't pay. Esa o kase. A serious issue I say. Eno na nka me expect wa ha. No kure ni pampe. I say gu animu ha. Aye no kure. Sorry ahomachi de bia. Bosome. 1 year ahomachi sorry anko a.
Okay, so you're branding, you know, all the headlines ekasa about a year Kaka report now.
Kaka.
And the Kaka report now abano. Any recommendations, you know. And after you near about so another court man say on court na 5 is it 50 or 500,000?
50,000.
Okay, let me check here. 50. You near about no nyim na on nyim sanko na best be di. I know na the part do na kasa in fact the down so quite daily graphic enim han me say averting food shortages in school. Education Ministry streamlines supply chain. They say the be aduane ho enkoto chima na si ewo yesukuru sa odo no. Minister Education and so afa kwan foforo so a odi di djuma masade we emba. Yakofa kase no eno achi agokansi efisem empensem.
Alaya for no so omtwitwaje omayade. Se omfi omupem. Ekoboa no. Nyame nhyira.
Yekwaba.
No nsia board mama me mamunyina chen me mo akwa abaso nkodo ba Adom TV Badwam kase so ena ye benada ensam no de asie o mai mu no ena me bomu bi tofade amon ne etodwo mu bi a wo beti ni Ghana adehye dodo no a ene ya dwemu hawo nsemi eye dania kwabrani nyamfa ni chi entum ntia de mu nsam so ebeba afi bia emo a ye krafro obi man so bo my Ghana mu no sika etua eye $200 million eno ene nsem bia no pay Mede bro Adom TV Badwam kase medin afia amankwa tamaklo Facebook/Adom TV kase no wo ho Go TV 176 nso benya na DSTV 280 ho nyina ye wo honom afia da Roma tie sade nsam ni nkyeremu ankasa etie oman mu soafo ya wono na hwe yenkua ho nsam so Dr. Wusu akoto free ye abopro e wo from mantam no mu nani ena odukoko pie mu e wo dwumakuo kase a wo mo eye mu ono mu di nkomo bebre ne beto dwasa afi bia no emo aye krafri nkrofo man so bo man Ghana mu nko ano $200 million emo ya enti na hu behia sa ban tenase na oboa na kuafo a won so du amo no mbenya mfaso na sika na tena man Ghana mu ensam na Adom kase de akire bi etwaso.
You know, last year we estimated that there are only 450,000 metric tons of milling capacity. Our target is to do 1.2 million, so it's just 1/3. And this infusion of capacity that we are importing from Brazil and subsequently also from India and China should be able to meet this gap so that we can mill all the paddy that our farmers are producing. The farmers are producing rice now, not only in the savannah in the north, but we are encouraging rapid production in the valleys, in the forest belt, forest regions, the 6 forest regions of Ahafo, Bono East, Ashanti, Eastern region, Western region, Central region.
We are one of the big players, and there are others that are coming up. And so with this, I think that in the future, we can be there.
Na Parliamentary Select Committee on Health and Military Edmakuo bi de eboani nyentokwa mu de nemom anu ni yiye mu no na no ayeden ni nyina ne se Afari Military Hospital na wo sie e wasantемante mu no committee no yes wo mo bo apro ho bra wan kan chiro bia odu ho no bambofo na wo ho ama ho kwan de koso wo ho bi anu yiye no Adom kase edeba.
Listen, you're speaking to me in your own interest. I know you are receiving instructions from your people, and I'm giving you this harmless advice. You are struggling to protect your leaders, but in your own interest, in order not to escalate anything, let's handle it the way you want us to handle it. Let's finish what we are doing here. We will all go to engage whoever we want to engage. I am telling you that if you do anything more than this, your leaders whom you have spoken to will blame you at the end of the day. So please, with the greatest respect, they will blame you, they will sacrifice you at the end of the day. Okay? So just stand here.
How for me, you have not identified me.
No problem. I'm saying that whatever explanation.
What I'm saying, we are about to something so that we all go together.
Let me tell you something. We are more. Please.
I didn't want to go to that extent. I wanted to know why.
Let me give you something before you come in. Let me talk before you come in.
Ento akase no so asantемante mu ne yebodi Iraqan UST eye pani a wono na da Center for Settlement Studies. Professor Divine Ahaji ene woka se Ghana adehye dodo no a wo mo haw pa no bebi odi wonti beto nti ene adwene mo haw bebre no ejina saade no so obi benya bebi pade ne ti ato mo asori asomdwo mo akọ n'anyuma so no eyo haw Adom kase etwaso
bia no se dan o tim no enye dan a eye decent na say wo man nya asomdwe a etimi affecting mental health, you know. I'm to say, ni bibia ye basa. The honor military say, oh, her situation, you won't me as see a nipa dudu a census you can say, omuni die, Papa Timun, and just say, like say, many people like that, you know, are having the mental health issues. I say to me, I dream him to say to me, address it, a dying some money pa. Badwam ni pa dream so ile psychologically clear to say I know the book or the book I know the related to social people I know the junior year Jumani BB just about in day in me at tumpo. See a make us say here's a minister of parliament not by my policy direction in terms of Sankrofono how he's going to house them because as a government traditionally all over the years in government shouldn't count Sankrofono has them say this is how I'm going to house them nothing because you rely on traditional construction now you import to all the materials now we can't build affordable housing for them. They say you should begin to rely on alternative technologies. One of the areas near low carbon construction. I know now make us say tetenos and I'm at a palm down on latrite no use no. And no technology will have to say improve over to me see a dire economical even in the compounds form na.
Omaimu so for ya o share the bohun some so kojo upon chroma de futo man central for no say ene Right to Information Act 2019 Act 989 no e o se nya adaje ne bretna second kind ti ase yie sebeya ye ka ho asamo aye ka ne yie na fe so information bi a obi hia no ba bi o so kono so betimi akona sa hwemudie bi ko so na o tin semi etuja
Right Information Commission enyom no ma information no no mo hwe yen a ye ma information no mo hwe so se wo bibisa yen kofo e wo ISD ene aban na ku be ya henum ni aduasan ko wo ko bisa on information no man fam ma ana 14 days no mo ma wo muaya we ni court batan a wo beba aba be complain aba petition na o matwe aso se ana so o matwe yen kofo na so se da bi e wo se mo di information ma no e wo se central for team rana se ko ni nyame ni yenu anum central for bebre yen kan mra no e ka se yigina he yibisa se ho na kan na ho na kan ya e be wo se ye bebre yen kan te dike wo se yankasa ye kan na etiase etoso ni wo se ye de mra na ye adwuma se wo information anye se wakwa tete obi dan akiri na hwe information no particularly public institution e wo kwan a ye fa so ebisa information na mra mu wo so this information
for association no so amo so why papa de amo so ye no amo kasa se be ya amo so be nyam amo ne mo aka se de mra ni ya dia why nyina said the young man I am which steps and take now most much to me because someone to me I
and yet some way now will be called police station so crap will be some say and you part of the send about one match one year you do one woman your bello and I say but say any part I'm watching me anything I'm watching my dear you couldn't part of I actually want and not I say
Ghana National Association of Registered Midwives and an walk how one more femo. I can't do any ho. Ntiama one more juma ye a why ward ye moon and Kayano. I had dinner at the amount Jim training about pro and who ya what is answer me etuja.
Wives Sebi ye juma ye no ye moja ho juma. Anase nipa ho nsuo ho adwuma. Edru baby a ukodru facility bia matching almost all the 16 regions. Udu facility bia gloves aye de be ye adwuma kora no ya na eho edin. Sabi wuntumi mfa wonsa enji moja. Nso bedu facility bi no logistics to sell on non-drugs gloves American ho asemi ya na eho odin. Nti ebi kura yetimi ka kire ma me say onu mom na enkoto enfamra esanse ebi eni ho ye beka kire me nuanu midwives ne say eye adwuma ya je ato ye ho so se ebeye aya ko training age ho certificate eno so na abanhwe etua ye nka ya je ato ye ho so se ebeye no se de tie bia no emfa ho ne challenges a ye be face e wo se ye efamu de se de ebe boa ama how be a ye face no ye betumi aso ano ye ntumi nso ano as individual akora na wo de se ankran no e wo so otumi ye
Ayento so na Frighto Healthy Heart Campaign kosobota nyina na se yebebo yakoma no ho eban Women Africa for one day Frighto aba and wo mo yesa campaign and nei wo makọ kolebu kadu cardio center koma 100,000 Ghana cedis se mofra wo mo akoma yare ya sikasemunti eya kechiri no wonye na wofa mo asankra no
kuma yare number 1 cause of death eba ni wiase fane nyina nti ehu hia se ye be kyerɛkyerɛ nkrɔfo amanfo ye consumers sɛnea ɔmo be hwɛ ɔmo apom din hu yie na enko affect ɔmo kuma no matimi anyi akyɛ ɛne ɛsɛ ye ne amanfo kasa ni ye show mun cry eba no sɛnea ɔmo be exercise eba ne sɛnea ɛsɛ ɔmo da yie eba ne sɛnea ɛsɛ ɔmo didi yie sɛnea be ya ɔmo benya apomudin ɛde ayɛ adwuma ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ no so hwɛ Ghana ha de bia ye ka sɛ mofra ɛna ye future nti ehu hia sɛ mofra underprivileged children ɛna ye support ɔmo
ye da ɔmo ase pa afie atwa mu a ye 2020 ɛna fight ɔbɛka yɛn ho sɛ ɔmo bɛboa yɛn na ye di saa dwume a ɛyɛ akoma ho ɛyare ban edewuro a yɛbɔ no
exercise ya de ba ko bi a ehu hia sɛ ye nyina ye bɛyɛ impempi na ya na sɛ nkɔfo ɔmo yɛ kɛse a na sɛ nkɔfo ɔmo yɛ overweight nkwa na wɔ sɛ ɔmo exercise ba no kra wɔ mu ne sɛ de bia wo didi no de bia wo yɛ w'adwuma wo da ɛne enyuma nyina wo yɛ no ehu hia sɛ wo bɛ exercise because among other
Enya no so na Adom TV Badwam kase no benada no fa die men fancy ha medi afia amankwa atamaklo ye ko agudie mu nsam to aso afisem bebo akwem pensem wo ho promoto a nsam foforo beba medi afia amankwa atamaklo
Senpai Sakana no Pensuja meeting to Enoch, Kwesi, Walanyo, Wallace, Agudie catch Makope, the only nomenclature the professors degree in sports, the Al Regina Wallace, the nation's presenter, and the Messin Kunya Econo Quantum Cordon Small and Sakana no Penso, our Ghana Gudim Ejao. A journey of 1,000 kilometers begins the very first step, but Mumu, a bon Kai say, you may quaho no, and a touch Rabwa, a man no Penso, they can see Senpai Saka Ejao. Jeffas, Heba, Mestra, and then the capsules, and a midward and said the amount. On set to make Mestra Nibia Tafre beat, nothing so capsules no, Memini be, no more Emma Pomodon some 820 ye. Say Gunuria and Nacho Syphilis candidates feet are white and not so deep, and no power waste pains, intimate to Pano Conani Manechi, and I feel so premature ejaculation, more PC, Piao, no, sorry, so as a double, Mr. Bomodenda, on set to make Jeffas a baby beating a bois, I shouting, I'm up by Juma best or show honey china still. Ugusujan answer, Ober Juma, do anything at the Jeffas, Heba, Mestra, and capsules. Oko Heba shops, and pharmaceutical shops in Nema, on Sabitin Akebinabwa, and Maniama 822 year at the amount. One expert, I've always told you that betting is better than soccer. Yeah, Okita, or Facebook, Okita, 100 phone, I'll be Senya, Adom TV, Tian Kama. Na boa maniema etian sakwe di ama UEFA Champions League nyame adom net matches no esa to so uninterrupted channel so say Paris Saint-Germain eton Sunday after Manchester City no dia against etian sampem so AC Milan eton Sunday after Atletico Madrid na for Borussia Dortmund and Sporting CP BC second Ajax enso eton Sunday after Besiktas na dia against etian pem so Shakhtar Donetsk and Inter Milan BC second RB Leipzig beton Sunday after Club Brugge na for Real Madrid woman Sheriff Tiraspol and they are against the Ebitian Sambos away a UEFA Champions League matches are and also 18 Santo Femen and I do the Zoom and I saw matches on Ebitian Sampin. I don't watch now, yet the Zoom so 18 Sampin Ebitian Sambro, but my main tomb, El Ghana and Comum. Milovan Rivak, the latest and the freshest coach at Ghana Kofan, so make sure now the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana, in qualify for an Indian Sanchimo World Cup against case and I say, you call 2006 our Germany for the very first time on European soil, no, a Ghana day, and which 2010 on African soil, or South Africa, Sanya day, and if you call Brazil, and the way you made you could answer any day, but then no say a day, and so in which you know, in and qualify and fan could be and paying for. Edesa Asudiano to Milovan Rivak so on Mehemwa Emma Sanchez Queen 18 32 man squad a professional list and the other two just Yaduma and no and a bit in Sanche Abwa Emma Ghana against a Zimbabwe no Nyama Etian Kui Ediama Bibia and Sam between the Warriors of Zimbabwe number board Memeda October 12 I will keep Cool Sports Stadium nothing Nefua Makuma Kubes Miensa 1 2 3 days a chino Eddie Etian Sanchemu I was Zimbabwe 4 years so Harari na the second leg encounter and also Etian Sakopem into way a reverse fixture Nyaduma and also Ebitian Santuya na Sanchi and in Shisha a Milovan Rivak and also Eddie Eba. Sena nema Asia Koso goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigisi Akandema St. Gallen na Richard Atahato Folk na Ibrahim Danlad Asia Kama Kumasi Asante Korokna Jojo Walu Kot Usia Kan Ed Emma Swedon Bobokono Ohesen in Mexico so a 4th tier league England and a goalkeeper Aton Sandia Feno Ohesen in Mexico so the goalkeepers are Okrumanya Sem Kendo Tetu Accra Philemon Bafusi Akama Dreams Football Club na Andrew Yadom Asia Kandema Redden na so Ishmael Kaniu and so General de Posia Academy Kumasi Asane Kokonafi Gideon Mensa Asia Academy Bordeaux Baba Abdurrahman Reading Football Club Lucina Kandana Mate Leicester City Nafi Joseph Edusia Academy Salta Vigo Jonathan Mensa Columbus Crew United States of America Nafi Alexander Juko Usia Academy Strasbourg Ewo France Cheswa on also Abeka defenders one more Ebejinem Asia Kensi Eddie Ahmad Senior National Soccer Team Black Stars of Ghana Ewo Jumedia and also 1874 liners no more beto atenano at 6s and 7s no and there Rami Didi Morgan Ayo Ukopiemu Ewo Asad Bubu Kuna Kacha obo 4 matches was 3 goals on your barsa and also a captain for the team on the Jinem Edema forward liners Nafi Kamala Dini El Suleimana Asia Academy Rennes Bobu Kuno El France Nafi Tarek Fosu Henry Asia Academy Brentford FC Nafi Joel Fameye one of the last time he did meet Team was South Africa he was the only performing player on the field of play Basiki Akono Eyini Fimosi Academy Orembo Bobu Kuno Yabua Asia Academy Edema Westa Carrasco and I feel so quite a Abante Samuel Usu Asia Academy El Faya Nafi Jordan Pierre Ayo Asia Academy Crystal Palace Sika Konobeka se Christian Palace na feel so Caleb Ekuban Asia Academy Genoa na feel so Emmanuel Jesse Asia Academy Spurs Abubu Kuna Benjamin Tete ono so Asia Academy Edema Jenny Malaya Tire Sport ho ano so Asia Academy Edemoma wemu any player coach Milovan Rajvac I'll buy less than 7 days and why list Eddie Amai. Senye na Fanko, near Fakis in 18 Saquatin Tams in Yamaduma, a media chair has an Ebisiako, Eddie Ama, Omuchumedia, Womso Eba Bitin. But quickly, young Komuso, an announced central for issue with Vincent Tuja, our Ghana Football Association Secretary, and Ibisa say, Ohesan and Yama ACT, there's a coach Milovan Rajvac, who is a co beating Saja Busumibia, El Kruma, paying 4 cross abon on Maba, Senyamia Dom ultimately qualify. Echo World Cup no so Uzika base 300,000 United States of American dollars to beat Sanji and no sa pa ho ohwemu na say Africa Cup of Nations so itime Sanji and no so bas body ohonum na mu yentia Sanji dia na say September base eye senanima esi course no e fie be sim no de na mpemfo ebejana kwan ne sa e won dwumadi a wono so ego so edi no but ebisa say ohwemu dia na say otuado ana afi maso akunadu enkan na no bobo no na oyempese say the Afroman na eba be na assistant e dia boma nema etiansa kwei omo age sen ewo insentrofo ishim na say Prosper Senado ono na general secretary de Ghana Football Association wasan manimfo nkoma odija ne say onyanya permission emfamfi assistant coaches no so omo beka salary a omo beji
is able to achieve by qualifying us to the World Cup. It stands to be entitled to a sum of $300,000 US, again unlike the previous one where we had 375. Of course, winning the AFCON, which is dear to our hearts, the coach would also be entitled to the same amount, and all these amounts are in dollars and not euros.
Internet away and Koma Prosper Senado ono ana kasama for penny na general secretary chotro for penny at the Ghana Football Association at Tenekasa odin komo 8 Tujano Milo ankasa enso ebisa se ohwe se na 2010 uja Ghana for emra na yeguso ebu ntwere patrol senka obetua san beto adwumadi a odi so no ubu aketem koje contract kese ene watwa kontomo asan de be hye num se waba se oye coach a oye fresh a hwese na Mexico so a unni sa mo ne biwana osio oni obi atwo bebi jeta samoja kra se penalty no kra no yakoka che ne se wo mepa Ghana for two no a oye coach no ono ko badwuma be se bosome baako e de che Ghana free bonto anyeta kusimpo na se Ghana kapre bampo o de che ento so e ono contract no de man kra sana obuna ketem every Krumha in 2010.
Did he ever thought of a day like this again with Ghana? And does he think that he needs to render an apology to Ghana after leaving us in 2010?
Jednostavno tako je bilo. Nadam se da će sad biti drugačije.
I already explained recently about this. I worked 1 month without a contract, which showed my good intentions. So my contract was already expired, so I don't know why should I apologize about.
Posle svjetskog prvenstva mnogo vas je pitalo da li Asamoah Gyan treba da se izvine što nije dao gol iz penala.
Ente coach Milovan Rajvac and the Trinity offense Milu ukobia table so a efia hiafo mu skafo mu bia wo Milu esini table so nyame adom behwe se Milu yi ebetua boya na se mwan e wosna hihye ne esie ko edema the senior national soccer team Black Stars of Ghana afi mamintin tom e wo club issues mu phobia never say die ashedu ketekana no nyankontomrante no omo akensi kese ba ko do manuma esu mutimi de tentam so omo ne work of Morocco ana edisa akensi betua certain time so nkra ne nam from HSA wakufui omkoto player bi na ayehwe sika ne kesom de mana one first kana ma na brand the case na ekopie mu ewo eye cast for akachi na cast for akachi onu ane koba se wo ema data ese mutime sandi TSS kanu ede masa o ma brand ne nya de abesi sabri wakufo ne etwense tua nti mframa mu no amanfo asema mo kan se wakufo wo mu lawyer baako enso ene na mframa na sa brand na eye se wakufo mpemfo tua ne kanu the lawyer enso tintim krata edi egu so enesem gu so na odibija hasofufo se na nema esi course no work for disqualify nya de ombehia eye hasofuk o makensi kesi no basa communicate hasofo twɛn de fifa ne ka fo mpemfo baro kom hwese na nema esi kwa hasofuk for se wongu so ya wosesi ebetua sabo a dan koma biansa kensi ne baso a edin a petampe ombeche work for ayo mnyadoa
na hasofuk hwɛ ne mu se kaf ede nkrata ba batu ya se work apoboko no wo Morocco no ya bom asensen a has ebeje penie ede omani a kire CAF Champions League group stage ni na so mahwe ni mu a CAF emma nti omugu ahoboa so sakensi ahodo minu eda omani mu no coach Samuel Bodu ni mrante ebewi ata so no makopie group stage ni mu nti wodi woni kire bia ya omusiesie omo ho na omo sese CAF enyi omuti so mbe ka se work for ye ye omo firi mu a omo mpa bakra wo mugu so omusiesie omo ho sakensi ye baso a omo de wedade fuyi akire beka fom.
Intinese Sergio Manucho the revolving and oscillating reporter papa baby asem wo bia ura hokofa ba ana otene cancel de eye work for nkomo against House of Folk no 18 sejan wo kotokofo nsem futuom no o ma sign the 7th player from Mediama Sporting Club or a midfield campaign eno ne brofo a Sergio atro e hanom na hwese na niam ese koso Richard Bodu wonene abrante a ono so abejoin Kumase Asante Kotoko.
Richard Bodu Agadas ane player wotoso wenso Asante Kotoko akwakoto no emfie miensa kontraje na brante ere nkane na osi akadema Mediama no agya tumu a Jesse Kokko no season fufura ye besim no wo behye agyan Kumase ago pramaso asi akan enye ono nko na baaye ono nunua Asamoah Apia ono so emfie miensa kontraje wafi Mediama boboko na kache a wo beka Kotoko mrante no afi abrante a osi akadema Betero Sasana FC 4 years kontraje Isaac Opon obabeka ho Samuel Boateng so fi Future Stars afi emfie 9 kontraje Clinton Opoku efi Far Rangers Maso Ajemanso emfie miensa kontraje Wamanafo Mighty Royals akache no wofrie ena brante dikan ombo ni din no aye Rochmond Lamta enkane no si akandema Interlights ono so emfie miensa kontraje wagye atumu a amrante awodo enson Asante Kotoko wato wonom ya wo besi akan ede ama wo Richard Bodu Aga
nese Richard Bodu Agadas wono na ne nkomo etua saba na ebi twa me dwumadi a media na no peso no kra no ese eya brante kuma bi wadi just 15 years nese hwese na ma esi koso adedin ede Mizak Asante osi akande ma Golden Kings Football Club na second division na no kwese de ya ana omone mobile phone people om fi Medina ede akenzi kese ba ko etua certain time so mobile phone people for omne poso atene dikan no bia nim se mobile phone people ma krafi a oma qualify eba first division ma anche bia anansakra kese Python PM Golden Kings bobo konim ema eye Mizak Asante eba mu Mizak Asante ba mu bese esi makakra bi ntem no nkonya odi na nya asem keto akra otwe bese 3 defenders ebomu eka the other defender 4-1 on san twe no no san twe goalkeeper na mafo nim sa talent but still na the gusu da share so esa akotwe 2 defenders place ball no at the back of the net atimi sampa abrante no ye ka ball pa de atimi sampa Mizak Asante Kumase ana ufie ana obepiem enkan ha osi akan edema second division club o qualify edema obepiem mu ewo eye first division ewo Greater Accra ha Mizak Asante ne nkoma ene na twetwe no ne ode eja eni
Kwanza kipa no onse ta kwan nam de fa honom isha entimin fan fa honom by ye tre sa drag no ye chere battery ni anything there ye chere nti me jina ma fast na ma me drag e ball no fast go in there me feel happy kana feel happy and coming in snooker and can buy now my be that way in your first time.
Okay. Nti someone your national team collab there na.
Oh, me ba me nya ba me nya many be.
Okay, nti na say 15 years no oh last time you team more.
Me ba we be play ya many be.
Obetia bo hu. Ah. Nti Mizak Asante Kumase ana ofri osia kan de ma Golden Cakes Football Club o ma qualified aba Division 1 Jumadia omba bedim ye kan ball party a abrante no the board nin kecha nyasem keto akro bobo too much na da na equalize de ma Golden Cakes against mobile phone people na afi o ebo 90 minutes ni wie no na akoye all one and afi esom separate the ball from the men and am there to preku 18 sampem so Golden Cakes wo goalkeeper o so ball ni say kwan eboa ema Golden Cakes qualify ede omani HM Division 1 nyame adoma subsequently obete Mizak Asante obehwe send the videos kacha wodi ne nyansam ketwa kwa. He is the new kid on the block or a wonderful and a brilliant footballer by all standards nyame adoma ebe ko mu na fair send nyama besi akọ ede amasa branti national under 17 coaches okroma so mo scout o me hu branti da okroma team sampa coaches ne de osomo ma na makọ na mafichiri na o masa aba me de besia na madawase na mama omu ene hwehye no so ma me se dwumako ba time ba ko pa tachi na je fast herbal mixture ene ne capsules o se timi ke be betia boa e ma niama etia kweda ma sanso na 1xbet wo mo so se ope bet dia no 1xbet o mo da ene tachi e boa ma na no penso dia o kensi un sempa saka etimi jao senior most osmosis wonderful camera crew and afi Wobek Ampadu Daishene solid and afi Sergio Manuchu hard working revolving and oscillating reporter madama omne tintim semi edigun krata so ja me kwan se me nkwan me megina ha na se ahopopo mu se akukudru mu me famra na ho sena nema esi akọ. The act of being a good guest is to now to say goodbye.
Memoache ni breno so efisem komo chiche e wo bedwam na edroso anopa ye nkomo aye de no ye share recommendations and I say insusudie a committee ana bedwaku a omotena aka asem no so e wo ejira no wo de ba abonten so wo kai ejira nsensem no krachi ya wo friend se kaka ne wonya threaten messages and I say ensem abon trene me ko wi ase sinipa bi kokun no ma o man no agi twi eni choboy no recommendations and I say insusudie abedwaku no trans wo mo de aba no ne dodo ya e wa ha ye bi ka ho me kan nyina ba ko ede ama eno achi meje won so adwenkyere se ohwefo eno so achi ye ne nimdifo afa sansemi ho enso bedin komo na afa ye nyina yate ye ho ase de wonte ase ne nso wo WhatsApp akwanya no se wo de wasem bisa no befa ho ne akenkan ede ama democracy nti wo sa akwanya no me sha ase wo recommendations no a bedwako no de ba ye na ba ko o say the committee recommends adequate compensation for the families of the two deceased persons, namely Abdul Nasser Yusuf and Matala Suraj Muhammad. Adequate compensation must also be paid to other injured persons, namely Louis Aipa, 20 years, Awa Mesbao, 16 years, and Nasif Nuhu, 30 years. These are the names known to the committee. Into the edikano the committee ne pacha no say Sandy Pamian saying and a wondin better one ponoso ebra was sinkonano na wo frefre ho dance 48 and some no ano osusu say San crofo ya wo mo hwere wo mo kwa wo de esi wo adwira no ho no esese aban anasempanifo ema won empatade a eye compensation eno ye baako a eye committee no won susudie anase recommendation the atosomie no nso committee ne say the committee recommends the immediate transfer of the District Police Commander of Ejira, DSP Philip Kojo Hammond, first for his incompetence in handling the situation and for the fact that his relationship with the committee seems to have been damaged beyond repair. Enti abedwako no so ensusudie ba akonso de to mpanifo anim ne say, wosusu say District Police Commander owo Ejira DSP Philip Kojo Hammond animanimu ya wo mo no transfer ejira ho na wo bo adwuma se postini no wo fa ne nko ba bi foforo efise ebra asem no baaye no ninnim de ne na ho keka se postini no amfa na enye kora entisese no otan ene ohawo ade abeto no ankasa ne adwuma so se postini e wa ejira bonten so no esese ofiri ho ntentem enye sa adwuma bia ni ho obeya ebeso ejirafo ene nti eno enso eye de toso mieno
deɛ ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa nso ne wɔse we further recommend the structural expansion of the Ejura police station and an increase in personnel. Committee no nso nsɛm a ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa a wɔsusu no sɛ wɔsusu sɛ baabi a ɛhɔ yɛ Ejura a polisifoɔ dan sie sɛ police station no ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn tirim na wɔn yɛ no kɛseɛ na afei wɔn yɛ nsakraeɛ wɔ hɔ na afei nso wɔn de apolisifoɔ adwumayɛfoɔ no bi ɛbɛka wɔn a ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛho ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa deɛ ɛtɔ so nan nso sɛ we recommend the removal of the Ejura Sechidumasi Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Mohammed Salih Subamba, since his continuous presence as MCE would exacerbate the already tense security situation in Ejura. And to this year, one also Ejura no committee no esusu say or what Ejura Sechidumasi no committee no susu say one when free ho. If you say one also no more debo, and then ya ye and the fast as me see ye hono. And so bambon say ye ni enti asese enwene ya wono so wo mo ye no free ho wono kra de nyese bia wo mo transfer no ni dibre se DC no ankasa emo no sa dibre no won free so na asumje entimi eni hene ewo Ejura abonten so wa bra bambon ho nsam so betimi akoye de to so enum no so ne o say it is further recommended that the military establishment review the actions of the section on the ground led by Lieutenant Martin Opoku Edusei for the inappropriate use of force and apply appropriate sanction. And to when so committee no chese abambofo and so dear be a wohonum na Lieutenant Martin Opoku Edusei a wodi wanim no ekwan ya wo fa so a wode wo hyede asrafo eba asasemi mabresi ye no and also competency no ankoyi nti eno so na ye ohia appropriate sanction ono so hia asotwe a esefata na just appropriate ya na sa otese nti eno so hwasem eno no de to so ensia no so ne say we further recommend the training of RECSEC, MUSEC and DISEC officials in the Ashanti region in conflict and crisis management at the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College at least once every year. Et committee no essence to say RECSEC ye kan RECSEC a mantam no won bambo mantam no so for da no won bambo ho nsem no ne RECSEC no ena ye kan MUSEC no see municipal no municipal chief executive da no any assembly for no ne presiding members wo so bambo ho nsem eno ena ye kan say MUSEC ena ye kan DISEC no so eye mensin omo so saa ho abambo for no ena committee ni susu say sa empanifu adeda asante mantam no ano sa regional minister ne na bambofo municipal executive ne na empanifu ne na bambofo ene district executive ne na bambofo no esefata se anya hwekura no afi bia womo etumi ko Ghana Armed Force Command ho Staff College ho na womo kofa entity sa entity a omo kwa kofam no eye conflict and crisis management. Not just say ebufo ne was so ba kwan ya befa so a obeye ho totoye ama adwobro ebetodin. And no a recommendation no de etoso ensia a bedwoko no recommend ya na se wo susu de ama empelifo anase aban. De etoso enso no nso ne o say we recommend the development of a joint standard operative procedure we try to say SOP for military police operations, including roles for indispensable allied agencies like the National Investigation Bureau, NADMO, Ghana National Fire Service, National Ambulance Service, and then the Kikahun. Enti committee ni so kire say sa enyuma kwa we nyina no wo so ehia entity a yesese wo fam na eba na se bibi se ma na homne so a ya wo de to nsafra won se wo boban nti wo mo ahwe ama bambo atumi akoso yie enti eno ye de to so enso afa de to so enwotwe ne so enie o se beso enwotwe no mra o say we further recommend that the NCCE should intensify its public education in relation to the rights, obligations, and civic responsibilities of the people of Ejura. No correct. NCCE die. Enye Ejura fo nko no mu hia won tete anase won kire ewo asantimantem no correct. NCCE pa die. I also recommend to the committee no say Ghana fo nyina hia won kire because the right ni obi an civil civic right no Ghana fo fa kese no yenim enti no de is recommendable no no ho asem no so e wa hanum say but committee ne kire say obanfo wo adwira pa na wo mo hia National Commission for Civic Education wo twa ne tia say NCC no wo mo enkyerɛkyerɛ enti eno ye de etoso enwotwe de etoso enkro no so ne o say it is further recommended that all crowd, riot, crisis control units be made to wear body cams, and all vehicles and mobile gadgets employed must also have cameras. There one more part and say, Abambofo na waticho boy ye, na mema mro no mokrono, womu kwa, wanta dia shesha womuno, as a womunya camera wom, so wakai na anwa broche de bi na esi ye no a. Kracho na posifo ni butu no mumia ne kon ade no wo mo posifo na camera e ne capture ye no eno na committee ne kire se esese Ghana so sa bambofo na BBC a emema mero no mo na ekwa akopata no omunya bi wo won tade mu afa wo mo asen so a ya wo mo de kosa abia ye ho no esese wo munya sa camera ne bi wom etie ne bibia betwa kre obi ko gina ho committee anim no kodi adanse a enya afa no wo kaka na agene ho ana wokoka de ohu ye ho camera na ohoi eta ne yi screen kakraka so efie poku abase egoyi na ne obi a hwebi wo so na asem no yenya ho adanse entem enti eno so the 9th recommendation a committee no womo esusu de ama aban de atoso eduni o say we recommend the establishment of a sports and other recreational facilities in Ejra under the Zongo Development Fund so as to rechannel the energies of the youth. In fact, our recommendation we many women ya adwen pa de kire say emebunu na we dwura no wo mo ho odin enti Zongo Fund na ye de siesie Zongo no ye fa nkosi ba bi te say park ho ene volley park football pitch na ne wo mo wa ho odin no woni ba bi akọ na ate ho na adwenbo ne ba tim na ye sa kokontokwa na ade afa ho na ade akọ bobo enti eno ho asem eno no enti eno so the 10th recommendation a committee no anasa bedwekuo no wo mo suso e de ama abai na wo mo wie ni nyina no ena wo de won conclusion e beto ase conclusion no meba so e de ama na chese wo mo nsam o me recommend ye nyina no the tofa bom mekenkan de ama na emomu no efi baako e de kosi edu a me bobo so de kirewe yenko rap oboaten ho na menye na adwen kire se bamboni emfasa ensemi ho miro oboaten pacho memwache me da seso age me so enenso ye da seso so age se yamfrawo eto kasam kura za wonnam pemu ana asore ye nche ye so age ye so nyame hira ye da se anano nsam aye a wotai ka edefa bambo ho nsam titiro efa ye fidie si ena na no ba koda ne ho adi wadwura yi o committee no recommendations no me gidi se wanya bi ahwemu akenkan ba kokosi edu ne wen na opese wo kire ye mu ye ne wen na osusu se hu hia ne wen so na wo bambo nim die mu no osusu se ehia pa se ene ne kine ya se yetimi akoto plan dia ye hwe ne pe hu sika ne fa nya hu adwuma
report na nkasa nyina de mitimi kan by recommendations no there ma kan
okay
na ne mekane se wa omo ne omo hu ye no na omo de aba na eniema minu miensa bi a na me ka me pese ke bi a na ho na wo so omo ka ho asem na so me to ho asem
eno ye de ahia
ebi ne regional minister no the conduct chairman say mu see na me no ono na wo say ye de so bobo e kese ba
okay
ni nyina no say ma o ka kan no ho any recommendation ye ba ye nyina no won sha dan hu no ho asem bi
ye fa ne say ye refi ohu na no de regional minister kwaye no Owura Simon yi wokoye no ye fa de say refi o bo ne tofa akire ye nya de no kokan ye ntia osusu say recommendation no nkese say de yes DC ye nyini free ni dibre ne ye fa post ye DSP so ye transfer no nkese say ono so ti bibi fa ne ho
say ono ne ma kwan say sojafo no nko
okay
and according to one was so peke intelligence ono akro na asan be kan say asem no bi na frɛ ne ka kire
no
one kan regional minister o pese wunya intelligence intelligence nye sabi ade a eye commodity e koto ni gba so eye information a ubenya pieces of information a ubenya na o expect anase obi a utim no high analysis no manya intel no and intelligence ni product eno na obegina so na wo de ama orders no say bi a monko yesi na so we be to be na wo te kan mu bi from say ni say nti fa soja fo ko na de soja fo ko na gu aba why na was ye be no why enso want no ho asem ye hu no ho asem to so bi ade ba ko so na me expect senka was a committee hwe no mo ka mini aba asase ni say regional police command by press conference so mo ka set me for tutu wa hu no assembly
there be recommendation me hu no mu
edina oboboa ya na o ma
okay but me no ya wakan yen share from the recommendations na ba ko no I think that is the 8th or the 7th recommendation or say SSA anya hwekra no afibia no yemfa rexeg no ene museg ne hwan no enkwa posifo ho no mo konkoje crisis management ho entity ye entie bia na ayi Ashanti regional minister ho no eno no person mo chense sa intelligence no peke ye no SSA nka wenya ho nimde no ntie se ya museg rexeg dissect wo mo koje sa entity no ankama ye no Bibisa.
Different crowd.
Oh, okay.
Now, can you different?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
okay.
Report in the Sabia Cassia Ponchy host. You bet Ponchy be prepared. You bet policy.
What they are Ponchy, I have brought for the dos, my dodo, ye, Hususa, until Ponchy and Anka, yet they are caught to home, Baku see do near whom they say that to so.
What they someone American, you a police for press conference no be almost say to me for to aname boy aden ye hu no report because you see e ba me sa na e kamia ye se sabe bambofo no de omo ye boni a omo tumi fa kwan bi so justify omo boni o maye eno na de to me mufo no emma to me mufo nji wonwundi mini a wote ne me kire
me tie pa
because yen nyina ni so soja fo akofri kemu no makoto tutuo no makumi na say we police panyi regional police for ma be gina ho na say police ni nyina be gina ho say temamufo na tutuo ansa na asrafo no so respond wa na it say omo exchange fire asem no so nye nokore enti die na wo be kan ebe ma temamufo agi wadi enti perception say sabe eduga bia police fo twantro eno ana ebema emma bambo nhye etuga bia enkoyie enu ti na wo hweta kra de obayi de ya akobeya even police for kra de report abanko for feel say minister ne be kan asem nti na police for atro report to cover minister I don't know so what
mate
enti no se wo bi nkotu tuo wadwira na se wo bi wa be kan so bi akotu tuo nti na atutu a e den na next time wo be kan asem wo bi ndi oni enti den was a committee ne kan sa asem no mo ka kire police for say bread to say sa ne ma no omo ya omo nja if you say na me technology ebu and to say kanina said will be konu wi betima na bia mo trom report and no dia be gu on mo say wa ko fa wi bucket man am bia be sine ni mo twa no infoni because we need kwanya onya bia so obeka say defend no ah na mo dia banka ba gu ni sa na ma na etwam
okay
mo pese ye gimu dia mo man no kure enedi sa mo foma mo maka se afon na mo pacho na temamufo nya mo do na bibia was omo no corporate no mo ye but about say enu no so yakata so yeko enya de e boa bambo enti sa asem na wo mo committee na enti mi anka ho asem e also mo sa e baby because me anya me de
okay
e pan say ma bambo nso say ye de enya ma bebre wo mu a me feel say
okay Matias me da sepa na ye hwe se ye se DCE wono so sabra no wanya na dwuma yie no yenyi na konwa firi na se na yema DSP a wo ho se posi commander no yen transfer ni fi adwira ho enko ba bi fufuro DCE amadwuma yie yenma na dwuma mo no posi ni DSP a wo ho commander wa mo na dwuma yie yen transfer no ho ne so ho asem te sen
na sabe police commander na ho divisional way na ho sabe wono nko na bambo bambo ho adwuma wo ho no Senyo no nko e wo se woni na ne nkofo ne crime officer ene even BNI for a ya NI before na omoboni na e wo se nka affect wo if is a bambo no nyo no nko e wo se nka wo nyina report no wo rule be no mu pray asemi si ye na mo be no mu tuye na ka fa so saa na ba regional minister no enso no nyoma atwa ben nti wo ka won se bebre anye ye nyoma so mo na o ma ne gigi sika na ye de bon pa so mo kwotro mo ma atwa ba.
Well, afe yensha compensation no ho asem no menim sebambo famunti ena yantro figure na sha no say yesusu say ye committee yi yemfa sa sika we enye compensation anasa empatade emma abusia no ediga abusia number 1 ebia musika 1 cedi abusia number 2 musika 1 cedi abusia number 3 ebia musika 5 cedi eye bambon 70 ena o ma fa figure no ansha no but wo ma tro say esese ye ma wo empatade
no de eye
okay
say wo man ka say empata ke ko empata esefata
yes
yem fama wo
okay
abusia no be trans ebi kra okobusika abusia no ka say bi on person musika ana obi kra obetumi aka say yem pedan yem pese ye peka obi kra betumi aka say o ye pese okota sa asibi man ne ye yesu ofo se ne ye ni anye kom da bia ye beka enti no oma ye ne sa no de ne kwa so a
nti ho de ye
abusia no betena se no ma adwene no ma huni omo pe no ma ya ma
yate ye da se afa boye so na ye nte ba ko yase I think na ye the 7th recommendation or the 5th no omo tre se abambofo no a eba no chobo ya wom ne ka won gum so omo nkopata no womo ene womo asan a ya womo de ko ho no mo no ye ma won body cam no bi na body cam no ora pa obo aten dada abambofo no womo ni bi won.
Oh, no, I'm saying police phone be will be.
Na noso.
And noso. And ya dia a doso. Na and more than we are upper.
Okay.
If you say ye, Nina Bepoa, my bamboo, no akui. But near entity no was a yeshimukina. Who say ye entity no hano. A quaya, who's a mitaka quaya, bamboo phone to do one need to move for Casano. I and sense at out. If you send ye a casa. Etoda bia
oba no obetia wo
kura gina wo ka kura wo bebi so ahyɛ ne wo tia wo
obetia wo kura hyɛ wo so akɔ ne baby
wo kira so en na
uniform
isle go me ko fabric na say police fo bi om gina wo they won't contact wo ho a wo akyɛ sɛ wo didi wa atam kura
o hyɛ uniform
o police mo fa so kasa keke ebi nimu ye enti wo pɛ sɛ wo bɔ ban a said we share uniform. O mine na wo so no. Enye se we share uniform nti no. We to me sin wo bia. I was okay who said that in their uniform wo be wo go. Not who me bu be mu a na efe so to me mu fo na bu. Na ebi no se ni omo ye no. Wanti e wo se ontetie no. Omo mantetie no ekonim na wo mo eni to me mu fo nkita hodie no. Eko kan eno ne ma bambo hwehwe yi eno ne ma timemfo no say because bambo wanya public corporation na opepre pa enti no yan hwe eho no no okay say omo ye training no ne ade na eho nyina omo de kan bambo hwehwe na
me das pa wo ka training ho asem de yenko so anjira training no eho asem no ba ko bin so me hu wo recommendation no e kire se afia bia no fire service for aposifo ene asrafo ne adbibi ka hom wo monkoje entitiye emfa kwanya ombefa so a bibi sa ba wo mbeka bomaye because bambo ho nsam de aya yenim se ne nyina no sa nwumakue ena eye kakra menim ne se dissect rexec ene music na ya na aposipani o wasampotem ho no wo mo nyina ka ho enti ka wo mo ka ho no aya dadada no titie bi ani ho efa bambo ho nsam na se ebi wo ho na we ye recommendation say yenhyem kena na emeye kete a ebeka won dada de yo meni hu nim de asem bisa
ebeboa wo say obi wo ho no ma ebi a wa pass through the rounds so obi a ne ntetiye pa no ebi a no more of years a wakọ ana ama na dru sa abre no enti ebi a wonya akwanya entri ade sene nke wo se eba no enti na eba ni say ya na ebema na kwanya ama watimi ehu niema bi a nemre ekoso wo se kane kwanya efa so ye niema na sesa enti ebema wo mu ene dwumadie bepre yedi no social media obi pese organize demonstration a obetimi ayusu ebi a ni phone wotene dem ko obetimi aye niema bepre enti santiti ye ni nyina no wo mu hia so wo mbesua se ne be ya obetimi aye social media analysis ni ade no ubetimi aye bie na wo hu ne eko ene man kitikiti bi wo ha community na wo mu no wo huma wo so ampa sei na eko ntimi ntu ana mo sei ba se wo ni hu ni dia o te wo no na beto na fa wase ti wo mu sua dia ebeboa ba
me da se me do ya adwenim dia de eye na one recommendation and also one must say yemfa zongo fund ni bi na enyema emabunu a ewo adwura ene se wo mu nsi baabi bi a ebi a se krache no ene ese adwurafo susu so won ho oden a ene wo hwe na se wo ho oden no won sa na apese woto a na ene wo don sa na koso ball mu na de akobo volley no afa akwa kokontoka wo man ka volley de ye me na me patchansa because omo kire wo recommendation mi so omo nsi baabi sa recreational center bi ne baabi bi a wo mo de ahoden ne bekwa a won de betetere wan pom dan se wo mo de tete ho asa akwa se mabunu wo kurom na won ho oden na se wan ni so ohia eno ne recommend ma o
enya de eye solution ba kokora
za
was here the courses are a massa and a maniba. A mebruno, fine, a yet dear, but no, Usha, Ura, and somewhere nam so by. A year near ma, a fancy, one here community, one more quiet, one more Juma, one moons you up, upon a can once a month for Jane, will be quite Jane in Quafrin. One more to me and to tune some media and a mass and a maniba.
Okay.
Enti sabre no so sisa recreational center no hokora ntokwa beba
okay
if you say wono no okọ no mo tese bibi sesia eye ni nua na danfo a wo ball kro bi jai beba o te ne me kire
mate ase pa
so wo to dami wo ho wo ye de no mtese enkofo bi bedi sebe ana bibi asimani mi eguma obeba demonstration bi a wo so on ka sa me bobo ntimi
okay
enti me no eye but enche dan nye solution bia etinya ho sane bia on person mo kire no
okay ene na well minimum so say bia na adwurafo no wo mo abakosem bi so say footballers ayenya no mamu no ene athlete no efa firi ho ntina yenkosi sports and other recreational centers bi mo na eno minimum ho abakosem there but well ya je wadwen kire ho ba ko kese pa eno de mi susu say me madwene mu no enye adwurafo nko ne hia eye National Commission for Civic Education for womo education no NCCE ora portavia NCCE chire NCCE titiye
eno hia pa enye adwurafo nko na in fact recommendation no do no nyina na enye adwurafo nko na wo se ekoma wo
okay
wo hwemu a o man ni nyina na hia enti no ne wo maka no yemfa anye dwuma wo hwe 8.8 na na ni embusa fe NCC for no wo waka de ana
ho ne agreke no
wo waka de
ho ne agreke no
wo se ye ma wo waka de na wo nko fanse wo nko ye wo bra wo mu ni aka de wo se ye ma waka de ne mo ye poa wo ne ma wo nimbie fo nso a wo betimi apoa masa ne me ni nyina akoso Ghana fo nyina hia wo se bi na America no se ekwan a timamufo ne bambofo nkuta hodie no eno ka ho na ye bambo nhyehyeye no eto da bia na ekọ sene ye mpre no enti no wo mu kyerɛkyerɛ ebeboa NCC fo no ye mo akonya ye mo ne hia nyema akadie bia hia na so kuso kyerɛkyerɛ ebeboa pa enti no yade a ho no de me no amu yade pa
okay me da say enti NCC de bia fibra me start ya me nya me NCC wo mo kwa na adwumaku a wo memo wo nya kade da wo mo so e no man no de obeye obi behu na sede setememu ni no e hye wonsa well yemfa ensi ho mesro ma menkan mesro ja so ma mekakra na menkan wo mo conclusion no na fe ye kan eno wi na so do conclusion no ato aso e de amame afade mesro ma me conclusion no na fe me ne o report wi yemfa enwie enti conclusion no eni mesro wa kakra ja so ma me o report boaten conclusion eni mesro. The committee thanks the Minister for the Interior, Honorable Ambrose Derry, for the confidence reposed in us. We are also grateful to persons and institutions who helped to make our work successful. Our findings show that the death of Muhammad Ibrahim, aka Kaka, and the mishandling of same was the trigger point for the riots that followed. Meanwhile, the maximum application of force worsening the situation. We hope that We hope that the ongoing investigations into the death of the Kaka would be expedited and the culprits brought to book. And the culprits brought to book. And the culprits brought to book. We have put forward some recommendations which we believe would be accepted and implemented. And part of our conclusion to us.
So I'm say, almost can say maximum use of force. When a man can maximum use of force in the bag.
Okay.
And no minister no.
Okay.
I know some can say, almost perpetrators and our culprits must be brought to book. But here is the case. Police if also have a press conference say, Timemufone be can't do. You know when I walk watching.
Okay.
But once some man American, what conclusion we na krana sa eduwa moto. And so almost can one can was seven. One can was seven. And na so all kinds of munkosi sports say almost point number 10 also. Na make us say assembly near the buy no say omukum sa crashing. So one kum sa crashing. Even crashing kure wu ye no. And na say bia omutu anamon 10 ene ebusuafo nkohia normally you from koshia na mo kan sem no ma ne ya abotoye mo kanipa mienu esa afa so ekoe na na omo mplipla ni nyina nkema ekise nko mo koshi omo de hia sa police ka ya omo ko gina hono ne ade nyina nkanya de a sa na emani nyina ebema ma no ana akọ attack wo mo na omo metoto bo abo ma sa na emani nyina ba because nipa na emu omo ogidi se enkofo na age ne nkofiri ni nsem nipa ne be report ye no initial no mamu ano no wawu a mo de buka ba ye de wo ni na ye niema nketenketi a wo mo ehu ana wo mo antu hu ana mo ana wo mo gya no saa ana ekodu ye enti no wo mo ye involve no wo mo na was ye punish wo regional minister ono so ni di kra ya ntram enti me ye be fa ne saa
okay ye fa ne saa so na mo ye ana ye fa ne saa
so dia wo mo na wo mo ya mo na wo mo atro ana ye no msami ameka se minitumi maybe ameka hu bidi anka regional minister ameka se ye mpam no
yeah that's it
minitumi
okay
nsam ni na no ka hu ono na ma sojafo no ko ye na asem ne sey e wasanke ye pam no enso wa ma antro enti na me se ye be fa ne saa no
ora portaria
anka regional minister ameka se ye mpam no
ora portaria what is sumiensa na just why emphasize that point no is very dear to you me so akwanya wona me ne mahwefo din komoi is very dear to us nyamisha me da say
nyamisha mo
yes nti ya fa no baako mienu ena ye de conclusion tato ena ode ne dia tato ye wie but ahankomo amigine ena me de wa wie dia Canada so enkrato ye chi ye beto aso mene unkomodie no de etoso mienu no so aduru so na ne nyina eye Wema Africa ho asem ena ye ba betwetwe ho nkomo ye ka Wema Africa den na onim fa ho onim se momo na fright ade bi ade ya ade wo fi no eye o madwuma well omo de bibi foforo bi nso aba o makoma so ade ne se ebeboa ama eye wanya pomoden dada na omo ameni ombedi enkomo no eye Priscilla Aprepare wono eye assistant brand manager ena Eldema Wema Africa Limited ena Dr. Call Etua Mensa enso surgeon pacho surgeon there ya
cardiothoracic surgeon.
Oh okay Joe me da se ntipam to me mama kwa ba me da se me sha CMF Priscilla after all ladies first anambwa pacha say mema na attack sadie so man attack me say the omo be ye bi omo be ye Timema no so take say men first I say kosi ha and I we dey attend.
We dem dey attend.
Oh, passum dey. Nyame sha. Prissy, eti samoka say Wema Africa, mo the fright or ye healthy life. Yes. Dada ye di ni nyinem say ma ya pomodem, but this time is there any difference?
Okay, Pasha meda wase na meda ye tiefo nyina so ase. And say what a Fight or Healthy Heart campaign na ejumedie bi a Woma Africa yede si eni so in partnership with the National Cardiothoracic Center a ewo Kwelebu na sa ejumedie nyina ye di no na ye twe Ghana fo nyina adwen asisu se opomodin a efo omakoma ho ehia pa nti no na eni so bia erefi se wo tinetine wa poma na wa ma nsusu nyina ejina wakoma so aha nti eno ne sa dwumadi a Woma Africa ene the National Cardiothoracic Center ekabo mu a ye di sa dwumai
I see emuda ho bastela de twetwema so kakran se me na makomedwom ena na me di fried or na ntramo me de ye aduane so a taste no me pe me fidi ye so a chanya me hwe na ne nka cardiofo de Dr. Kochiamenza mo ye de ye bem
me da se cardiofo ye hwe akomayare nkwala de eni mpenifo de nkwala de ne de yawo de dana akomayare wo ho
commonly I want me wa bofra kito na ye de wo no sa akomayare no yenyim no nyina wo yare akomayare ne de awo no wow nti
no na commonly ye ta frɛ no holding heart no ye be wo akwala no na wo ho de da
okay
ne ye sanso wo bi ye be wo no na wa akoma no bibia ye okay nanso wonyi no senya wo bo abra bofa se obetintin wapom se eduane a obedi se enchine dodo se wonum nsa se wonum cigarette nti saa ne omane omenyina wo ya nsusanso bi ewechi na etimi frefre akomayare edebrew na frighter wo mo ate ase wo mo se wo mo beboa ye wo mo beka ye ho na ya bodewuro se amanfo eya monhwe mapomudin especially akomayare
I see
na enye no nko a afi etwemi wo mema yesika a yetimi operation ema nkwala ensia
oh okay Woma Africa frighter nyame nshiramo
amen
nyame nshiramo
afi so wo ma san bedium
wow
no mo se o bekoso eni aye edwuma na
oh okay
edwumedi aye ni frighter for
edie no oh ukodwa so aren't you touched with this message ukodwa so ayato frighter what nefa ye aduane apart from say water wo munye ska de bi kobwa national cardio for no frighter on so wa apomuden nti wo di anya apomuden no na woto anoma sanya ska na mo de bia koma doctor wo cardio center na mo de aboa my friend in fact I'm very touched was asem we ho party me ankasa me recommend frighter ma wata ya kodwa so na uta na etumi aboa so ye keka ne say ni nyina no eye dan a botaye ne dwumadi a ewa ahyase mo hwe nim se be wie sen
oh ye hyase last year ana ye donate sika kakra edema National Cardiothoracic Center nse emu saska ni mu na emofransia efremu ayesimi de hwe omo sisi ye na okase ya omo hyase ko school omo ho edin kama
oh ye danyame ase
na sajumade ye de si eni so fright albany de na ya ba betna sinti no eyade a afene afibia ye beye ato so na ye shega na for say the more mo patronize ye mo boaye na ye de sa fight oyi edwumadi AC honom no na sika ne so kwa na eko nanim say afibia no yes ye bo ye homodin say ye beboa national cardio
okay moya de nyame hwamo mo sha afiwe de na se no mo wo e bia days bi ana month bi ana the whole year no say dem pese mo ye dwumadi no nhihede bi wom.
Okay, so for frighter no and no I say you call National Cardiothoracic Center and I call donate sika edema center no for the surgery yankasa yen so by yen social media pages ye ne nkrofo a omoto frighter are consumers ye ne omudi nkita ho ye de dwumadi bi esi so some exercises omu ya ye becha omo treadmill stationary bicycles and all that ana ye bo hu deru so on our social media pages ye tun crofo for
but your social media page na eden
frighter oil Ghana on Instagram
nti ebra mo de atade no koye ni bi na ye hu wo your screen so no say you know okay nyame hwa mo nti eyi ye se control fi o se ne suman ne nani ena ehho dance de da doctor na beda TV ne so doctor say well doctor tu abesa na just say ebra mo de atade no ekoye eno no nti ne tenten ne ti a watwa mu an say the fact that Fraito yen a juma genesikano or Jane Womwa a walk my area and so a whole dear or my dear pa. But Nina Mono so cardio for some mama basobi because me did say be or what teacher about Frya one afternoon or one a brana or what's our problem? Maybe you have na home tea a montina monso, but the toto a mouth anymore, Massa Moya ban or Monsignor Mishamo, my dear pa. And ye can't say no. Na Dr. Omaya futu bin so emfa ho se fright of obeba beboa ho no onipa won so wakoma no ese wotimi ye niam ba ku bia enkofa sem bia mro me so ye gisa futu no
yo enti se na me kan no fitiase no ye mu bebre no akoma no ye wo ye na yakoma no bibia kumso bia eni ho nanso ye didie mu bebre didie no edoso aha se wotimi
ni ano no
no
se mrantie ne de ba ku bia ba na mpese mebodin no aya na gu glass fefe bi na pipe tem te se de omode twe eyi no so na nye pipe on so ho de bi shiri
enti yanti yeduane so yanti so na yanhwe emre a yedidi manopa ewia enwumbe obeti so kura yentandi fruit any vegetables yeduane no hwe aya na carbohydrate no bebre nso ya aka ho ni de na ye sheda cigarette ya dia emboa akoma no kura ti se onum cigarette asese ujai no na ensanum ensamroso no so e bibia akoma no ti na apart from that no kura exercise exercise emu na yeti fie yeti ye car mu yeti office se e be nante aye bibi ye kura nti na watch bia mu no se wutimi etintin wapo mu be ye 30 minutes to 1 hour 30 ebeboa bibia obetimi exercise obetimi ayama na awati mfifiri wutimi ye no imprensa kosi mprenu anasa even every day kura anopa o enyimrio eno so eboa pa na enchine so momodin se beti yenti
fa doctor futie wo de anya hwekra wo ni adage aya na sebe wadwe na anya dwuma fa nyum kakresi so bie no ho na hurihuri aya na wo sanya exercise bia so beti fifiri intimi so matufo abusia ya komo aye di ye mene presla apre pare ena edi sankomo no eye assistant brand manager the Badwam Africa Limited ena Dr. Call Etua Mensa and so your surgeon National Cardio Center ena Edisa enkobe right of Badwam Africa nyamishamo Dr. also ni cardio for nyamishamo yeda masesa mo hwe yakoma ho nsema ye wo mama busia me ne won komo no me de si ha but me sro sa twen me ba na yedi komo foforo Komono the atoso miensa no so enie na mene bright kobna esien ena edisa enkomo meni ajepa say bright nsam na one ye beka me de me hu dada but aka say won so be hu but meni aje say bright ye bright no ye bema but sankomo we wa fato no koma so say one ye be de bright akwaba
ye ne
we be de dada de bi no me ma me kra wo ye last born me ho so you so be achepa o ebe jaso achepa so ho de mi che we bi no
fetus na
achepa papa mo de abeboa pa na no kra me ye de kan na bi ne de ma me so ho de mpachi
metias ye pa
na ye eni ni nuanu abeka ho
ne wo mo ne se senia ye nya ye nim dada no fetus no brand bi atena wa afebo be se enfie dua 9 mienu 42 years fetus ne Ghana for edidwa Ghana about ni na edi ho adansi nti senior onim no ye de gi awo ba anano pay nyenji poti amewa ha ne se kofare bai ye kan fetus dia ye nim se fetus is known for quality na ya ye nhwehwemu na ehu se ehu hia se eba ne labor pada ye be ma ye customers and consumers and users no alternative enti ye nhwehwemu no na ye de ba kwi aba ne di Eve labor pad
Eve labor pad
mpacho
ti apemfo hia
Yeah, the same as fetus now.
Okay.
Now, so you who say it was a yema applying for any nurses, midwives, yema more alternative. Ebia menya fetus ne bia. If labor pad or home.
Is a ninja ye jumakronwa.
A ye jumakrona.
I see.
Now, so in Sunshine Kakra.
Sunshine saying.
Near woman say, fetus no. Yenhwehwɛ mu ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ana ebimo ɛnyɛ da comfortable because glue wɔ aseɛ na midwives no ɛtɔmre bi a ɔba wo a mogya etu no pressure ne nti ɔmo paake nti yɛde if labor pad no aba ɛno no glue bi anim ɛwɔ mu ahohoro mmienu ɛyɛ if plus any if normal me
say how one ka wote ma ye hu nsonsoye no ehe na me so me boa won ti we ya no ho enti ye hu nsonsoye na afei ya te ase ne enti a fetus no ba be boa ene ne nua ivu abadwa so je se wo yi a sei na tie
mpacho an
ha enti wo yi eti sei no
mpacho wo fetus no say glue wa se
blue color sei no wo wa yi a
glue
sei
mpacho an enti sebe mba no wo ya de tale o mo pantu se na ebe ya moja na eba ina ba we no glue bia anim nti se oba no moja etu no a midwife no mo paake na omo de hye o sa na se na ebe ya omo be feel comfortable no glue bia ani ho nti eno na ye hu
nti we no de glue no e wase ni nti se bio me se o draws no na ade ato ase a na akwa akotale sei nti ebe tale ba we ne de entale
da bi we de otume de to so nanso the main way ne say ebi mo e parke
omo de share oba na wa wo foforo na se na no no moja no
mpacho wa
aha mate ase
nti we no glue bi ani ho nti say de share ho no mo sa na yeah e ma feel very comfortable
ase nti esan say we no glue wase no atare no se wase ho na ye de ahye se no no na bibi no so e wase no eno so betumi ama problem kakra
no enya ne sa mpacho mama yi we ba ko nchira
yi na ye nti ase yi
glue no e woni say e ye omo ye ne say
no mo de ahye
e ye okay because per omo practice na em say enye ye na ye expert no nti omo nim ni omo ye but the point they say ebi mo so epe no nia
ankahwe ni ase ajo
na akoy say fe international ye the fake test badge so no ye dwen ya manfo ho ye dwen omo ho ye nhwehwe mu eda na di especially oko other regions na ehun hi omo pa nti na di eve na aba na eve no so no ewo mu ahohoro mi no we ye eve plus yes pink one no
okay
na we ye eve normal
that is a plus na ye kese chen normal no
ye tintin kakra chen
me so no so ha wan katia no na ye hu na ya te ase ye yen a ye midwives na yen a ye apemfo a ye be kwa wo so a ye behia we no na etumi aboa yen
but eve normal na any fetus na ye pen na tintin ye pen
okay and a plus no de wo so wa
yeah
eti ye fotu sam se okwa wo so ese wunya plus no ne normal ni nyina bi depending on because nim say the moja dodo a
it depends
it depends ya think come na say enti say anope we your brother na wo hwe ye nkomo yi a wo hia ma sister because say bia wo hwe a enche oyire be kwa wo so na wape eve ne plus and normal ne bi e dia ma no na fetus na nkasa nso dada de no eno so wo ho no ya te say e bia ye kan obi wo ho no mo pese wo hu ba bia obenya ne dodo atu aton ana say ono nkasa pese onko tobi na wo fa nya hyehyɛ fa na wo ho a wo fa ne nkyɛ he
in cry has say no Obafe International ye wo North Industrial Area
okay
your number obetumi afre no eye 030-222-4843
okay
030-222-4843
okay
ana say obebia wo bia na ope pad ne bia se woni akra na wo bebi foforo a obetumi afre number we 0244 310 620 0244 310 620. Say owo Kumasi so na ohia product here. Kumasi no success magnet. Omo na omo ton your product.
Okay.
Omo wa makom traffic light ho a. Omo number 0322 005610.
Okay.
0322 005610.
Okay. Patchometio.
So what tamale so now here your product nibia. Obetumi afre Hiara Ventures. Hiara Ventures. Omo number ye 0243 252769. 0243 252769.
And yeah, Sir Bright Kabna Asian, a finance and strategy director, because so to me, she numbers really good to my in fact, only Wajuma, a boy about only Wajuma, because especially banner numbers are a year 030, which is landline now. Out to me, do a crash in my monster. Oh, my me Timobio Edia Mawa, not just a Fay International Limited for Eve Labor Pardon. Said the obobo so that amount no and cry now wa numbers now befriend no a go screen so that oshena send a bobo no ebrebetia wa fa phone twa ebrepem no wa chat baby papa but send so and cry there no 0302 224843 0302 224843 and afi Kumasi there near 0322 005610 0322 005610 and no Kumasi or say Kruma Bontenso for Modiano no Nafe Tamalenso 0243 252 769 0243 252 769 and Nafe baby I will be an said bright D can catch on I will hear be 0244 310 620 0244 310 620 Combine into ye the other chatwo.
And ya midi chatwo they say. Awo ehun hia pa. Oba bibi mai mu ha sei ene wiase afane nyina no. Nkwala ene awo mu nsem no ensem pi. Na say ye hwe world standard. Wiase afane nyina no. Pada ya echeso obi agi atumu say emfangi awo no. This type.
Okay.
Was a sebe oba na ase no eho no broni be kan say is self cleansing ono cleaning ne ho
okay
ena eya awu echi yarewa ne nye keka ho nti no enye pad bia keke na wo say ye de hye ho na we no eye smooth se ne etie no ye de hye ho na year bibia ankem pad bin mu won ma wo so kra na ni na etu egu eche sebe se ekohye ho no ma na ebi aka ho no nti abatan eni obia enhwe ne ho so yie
yeda se ntomago na twam we na wo hia nya fe na edu wi kohye ho na akosisi bia asem se ne bo kra anya den
ne bo kra da fam
nti won to tobi na mfa ma wo no enya kono na sanya nika how bia ma wase bright patch o me ni ahwefo yeda se Nyamisha, mene Fay International Limited, Eve Labor Pad, Bright Covenant, Finance and Strategy Director, Ena Edi and Komeko Pebito, Nemwa Bright, me da say. Mr. Osal Cheme, me basisia. Afe yankomodie no de tosomi ensana so edroho, Dr. Chematin. Woman wa ha anano yi a wo fi Germany ba ye na anywhere di adanse a esesa no so pa mu ka se no kre wasleme se wanjeme na wanya selfish nso de edesa ba ye no wo se odi biaba because se Ghana for no ye no nom ne edidi nti ye bluetooth afine ene ye funu kra de ye nka ho asem Dr. Machin
ai ma me da se yes wa do
ba se de ye selfless na de ye Nyame enkoso na wonhia nti wadwen ye fon ho ndie ye da se pa because to da bia ya na ye ne yenkomo Yeah. Ye ni enkomo. Na we ni apani ho.
Me ba chane. Me ba chane.
Omo ye de ama yen. Ye de ba ye ni bia.
Nyame de ba ye ni bia. Yeah, so in terms of ye share ye beka say belly fat any disorders. C for C ayarasabia no so ya yen hwehwe mu na ye dwuma ye ta ni say ye hwe yare bia no ne fare bai.
Okay.
Na ye tumi hu say srade a ewo nipadua ni mu a ehu hia a yese say nka nipadua no etumi disposing of no eno a na ede akomayare ahodo eba ne ebeka say eye cardio diseases eno a so na ede eye mojambro so eba eno a so etumi cause stroke yare na obi asrade wo ni mu bebrebia so no ota yare izan say emma hunam soldiers hunam akwa na omoko ebo ho ban no a yebeka say immune system no so ebre na se esan bata brebo no ho ntema brebo no ne dwuma no entumi enwie peye na srade a ewo yefun no mu no ye wo mu ahodo mienu ye wo baako a emfa ho ne gym a obegeme enkosi hwe ya ni de and enkrofo bebre betumi edimi adanso obi wo atum se ohun se bia ni mu odura na se srade ewo ni nipadua ni mu wa try gym sometime we call YouTuber and bia 3 days time drink way wano numu bia akombine ehu morning exercise ni ade obi go to akwanche ne diet ni ade na enya ade a ebekwa akosi hwe I just say the current terrain no how to get rid of such srade no yebeka say subcutaneous fat no eno no more through liposuction eno na dodo na enim over the medical field na that's the surgical procedure yenim say obekwa ko flash those unwanted srade na me pacho ane unse okwako yi ahye wonufu mu akwako yi ahye woton it's more of say bia okwa like omo ebehwe omo be draw bia bibia srade no unhia no omo yi na bibia opesa wo de hye no omo de ahye na se biso a wo so no bibia wo no na wo mpe na wo pesa omo yi a omo be de omo be yi but when nia no ewo edu bibia ye fra bibi se sagging skin edu ebetumi ama like honam no asei ebedu baby na tokro bi omo tuetue ya omo twetwensa ebedu baby no be hu ana ase ye kan say insuo ni ade afiri mu na afede esesa eno ne the side effect of such way no na eno na ye no ya ye enhwehwemu etumi hu kwanya ye befa so aboa adasama wo achieve wo body shape no na nyame adom so wo prevent yare ahodo bebre entie ubedu beye age 50 60 70 na sa associated old age yare ebeka so we eyonyin yare obo aka so ma me bi adenti na pressure empeni free made so so na wa quote ni age a chiro ntina chese batani age ho ba there bi ade a obetumi di 80 90 100 na still ahonden den ewo ho yankasa ye papa ye chief imam say uhwe ne mfia wedru na ustedi ne body therapy na nkasa so a ubehu kwanya ono so offer so de ben ohwe ne hu yie ndiza ohwe hu yie na nipaboni bia nje won kwa mfiri wunsem na onyankopon so amfro na anto yenchem bi so anto de a then it means say ubenyi ache senya ubetumi so ai de ben edide ewo ye friend saying ye kan saying ewo bra wa bre no ubetumi ai de ben I enjoy for ate so nti saa kwan no na ye fa so ede aboa na ubetumi achieve but so producer betumi there to screen so am be say me explaining kwanya ye fa so ehun saa srade mienu no ewo ye nipadua ni mu se bema anase oba se ugina ho na ode wonsa oh ehwe wo side no wo side say no say wo de wo nsa yuro say aha wo de yuro say na say eso honam mu a ana epeja honam bia eyesrade a ekutia eno no this side no etumi affect brebo no etumi so affect wahrawa ena wo hwe this side no so a etumi affect akoma no aha enti normally no kwa yaresa bia na ye check eye wo blood pressure ye check wo wonsa benkum no aha esan say hono na ye feel pulse na ana say na eben akoma no enti onya de wonsa to side we na say wo peja na say wonsa eka flesh honam no peja that means say asem ewo ho I say utumi get rid
me da say eba na sa enro ya ode bae eye den ma yen
yo me da say we no eye kwan a ye fa so na ye de boa enkrofo senia sa srade no unwanted fat no first no ebasa ye hia weight the size of your weight the size of waist any height interno no ye de make it specialized way ye beka say compressor garment no turkey for the whole world no turkey omo yes sa omo di sa adwumedie no ewo ho enti that compressor garment no enti say omo wo de wo supply the body weight no size ni ade ni we a na so omo de ma wa wo be hye wo betumi a hye de akwadwuma wo betumi a hye normal a unfele any heaviness bia like wo betumi aye okay
I to say wa hye vest o singlet
or singlet e wo watade ase na wa hye watade egu so na wo na mo baby o ma ho be bosomo mienu kosi bosomo miensa enti na vigorously no na o fa cholesterol drop any Livotone aha we no e play vital role anapa ansa obekọ edwuma no na wafa bi ewia na wafa bi enimre so na wafa bi enti the more awo fa no na e play vital role ewo onipadue ni mu enti basa no na gradually no na afede bedu bebe no na e produce heat ewo onipadue ni mu e produce sa heat na sa heat no na enane sradie no ewo onipadue ni mu aha se nya media nane a metia
wankotwe nguto
aha ntenya se wo and also automatically so automatically say enane na say wo achieve the flat terminal what happens say we your bar ema wo normal shape no so de ben eba kama into wo avoid yare no so na wo sign avoid sa eniema no inti ebema yare etumi
etia said doctor to na no wo ko Germany me na na net ha mi hu no oba ye so me hu no inti we nya sem tenten kwatre kwa na ne control finete ho a odi wani ehu adanse ne wo hu doctor ye
nyame adom so echina me pie mu e wo Cape Coast nyame adom inti obi biara a o hwenyen anywhere any part in central region no but modern na share me wo Cape Coast C4C hospital Sabia China pa me ye edwuma e wo Cape Coast enti e bia wo hwen wo Anomabo wo hwen wo Cape Coast wo hwen wo Mankesim any part bia wo ben bia no C4C homeopathy Sabia no nyame ya do me China me tenase kaswa so enana pe me tenase enti mo so amo hwen wo before me ko kaswa enti kaswa environment ni ni ano enti first 200 people I mobile free lines I was screen no enim no mobile line no just briefly na yamamu 50% discount e wo your registration no interbasa compressing government ni ade aye de be ma onia no sa discount no e be ka ho ama 050 00 40 328 050 00 40 328 and I said 331 05000 40 331 and I said 05000 40 328 we yare bia no C4C homeopathy ayasabia no ya beje oso na ya hwew osoma yeguso ede esomo no
nyame shaw fa hohyem komien ko fasika nko kan ne nko pie ngu ba bia otuna no so de how bebro ebeye ni perfect wani so be ye fe but ekirasem no ehoni agreke na Dr. Mpacho yedase abusia me de si hanti amai hene kwabna santene abija fort na sena fe pensen mu no eno so wo mo e de aba beso me din de ma me kira diamond me mo achi edase
the committee to investigate the incident include security expert Dr. Vladimir Enchidanso and Juliet Amwa, Executive Director of Pen Plus Byte, a civil society group. Justice of the Court of Appeal, George Kingsley Kumsin, is chairman, with Marie-Louise Simmons, a principal state attorney, as secretary of the committee. Minister of Interior, Ambrose Derry, made this public when he led security officers on a fact-finding mission to Ejura on Thursday.
And I believe that within the 10 days given, ending 9th July 2021, the unfortunate circumstances would be investigated and appropriate recommendations made. Nana, I assure you of the commitment of the government to ensure peace and security in Ghana, working towards the president's goal to make each citizen and each resident feel safe. What happened would be investigated.
The minister says the committee will also look at the murder of social media activist Ibrahim Mohammed, also known as Kaka, which is the main cause of the incident.
In my view, Kaka's death led to a certain reaction on 29th, and that reaction is what brought about all the occurrences. So there's no way Kaka's death would not be investigated. But that's not taking away the investigation of the CID, which is into the criminal aspect of what is happening. We want to get to the bottom of that.
The minister said all fundamental human rights will be respected, especially the right to demonstrate. He, however, insisted the police will be notified when embarking on such exercises.
The right to demonstrate is a constitutional right, and we support it. We loved it. Growing up, I demonstrated. And like I said before, a committee of parliament, the young men and women who are demonstrating are our children. And they are the leaders of today and the leaders of tomorrow. What government can do is to engage them, listen to the views that they are proffering, and see how we can use that to benefit the projects that we are doing. And therefore, when the Fixed Ghana group came up first, we offered to meet them, even though we thought that the police were not comfortable because of COVID-19. We still wanted to know what their problems were. Not because we wanted to deprive them of the right to demonstrate, no. I believe that we'll soon get out of, we're hoping they'll get out of COVID, and you go on the demonstration. We are rather interested in making sure the police protect you, so that no against people can come and cause any harm to you. And of course, you shouldn't cause harm to others as well. So that's as simple as that.
Mr. Derry wants the people to support the police and the committee to avert recurrence of such incidents in the future. Meanwhile, the traditional authority at Ejura is pleased with government's response so far. Chief Berima Oseshide II expects government to look at finding a solution to the election-related violence and other forms of violence regularly witnessed in the area. He says efforts have commenced to establish a police division in the area.
Honorable Interior Minister wa haidie. Na ade achisa ne ye koye nimu yi. Ye besro yewura. Wa nkasa wo ka chem se ansa na obekọ okuro no obefa adwira beda ha ansa na wako. That means adwira eka okuro ho. Ye koye nimu yala. Wada man kabua ye na ye nhwe se dachi bia no ye benya military detachment bi wa ha. Wo mbe base ha sei. Na chese yes san omo kra ne ehu se ka ba ku bi sikwa no ho a tembia no ye be hu security for no wa.
For Joy News, Nana Ojima reporting.
So I'm saying ma memfa this sad one in Bella Samoa onyame aduma this weekend or Mampong na okopene mame krabia Bella Samoa nti adofo ne bushafo nyina enhye ne so na yenkota yenua bema actor Bella Samoa ne mame the late Mrs. Esther also assuming na yene hwehwe na otwi ewiye wo Mampong yenko na yenkota nechi ebekoso memenda 2nd of October 2021 our house number plot 23A block B Daho Asante Mampong nti yenkota Bella Samoachi ebra okokata ne maame achi the late Mrs. Esther Owusu assuming asem ana yekan sanso na yenkai na nana ya abrefo ono so bema ono ne wo ne ba Kofi lawyer madam for pa ono so radio to Safre no Ignatius Kofi Edusei lawyer onyame adoma memenda we wo eye Kumasi anasa nhyewe ina ebekoso Himan Apri Himan Road also from Mame Junction and yɛde ne bɛto mpam na afei awufu som no ankasa de yɛbɛɛ no St. Mary's Catholic Church ɛwɔ South Central so na afei abusuafo atena ase ɛwɔ Heroes Park Babayara Stadium hɔnom Kumasi ɛfiri 1 p.m. ɛkɔsi 6 p.m. the question adanso akɔ ɛyɛ ɛna ase asɔre ɛwɔ St. Mary's Catholic Church South Central so anopa nɔnko no pɛpɛɛpɛ nti yɛnkae ne yɛnhyɛ no so na enta abusuafo nyina akyi yankase de Ignatius Kofi Edusei Esquire radio to Safre no na yankota abusuafo akyi enta nana ya abrefo so akyi this weekend ewo Kumasi. On the brighter side of life, Radidi Yankwache, and we are grateful to Kel Chako Toothpaste. Yetimi di body train bidi bidi apoye se kama ama yenka kama esia efita ahode so abem na yetimi kasa series wo nipem. It's another quality product from Samara Company Limited. One say so kwanso kosi ne sa enkomo we yede ebro. Payfo atenase. Make us say the Dennis Miracles Aboaje National Communications Team member ma the New Patriotic Party. Me say chese hwade yi enche bia edini ebeto watch this space. Me say no ni. Ya na mampanyi wa studio mampanyi ahodo mabanyina wa studio about appointment over 4,000. Amu dem enye ize o. O dakora wonna. You know. Ahani hu the real professional lobbyists ne sa ankofo na omo so ne mampanyi ne ekoba biribi ada no. Mampanyi wonamfo be aduasa. De ono omo ko suku bu mu. De na busuafo na asore members. Potemfo omo so party campaign ne omo eto abasako. Se na namfo ne de bibiri nti omo nyina no omo interest do sa brewe ya. Ansa na omo makosua kwan efa so edefe mampanyi ma na nchiremu de nti ese ode we kwa we jode we kwa. Sa lobbyist for no almost ewo honum kwanso. Did you watch this space? Dennis Miracles Aboaje National Communications Team member. Kane na oyemensin krachi. Watna Sabre. Sanso na Derek Ohini Bequeen also de nakonwa no ambrasiem afem eye MPP amanyuku no ewo Upper West Achim empeswa so. Enti also de afem omo. Onyame yadma 2024 era Derek Ohini Bequeen ose osa akogina konwa said the ono ne flag bearer kan Ghana kan ye mampe kan no ose omo hu fom so omo ye enu nti bibia di adanse se ye koto aba na ye di nkunim polling station ho na ye nye gya ho se de mere bi ba ye gya ho no na ode source say we die e be do or die do or die. Ona no bi ma kwa ba.
Jesus really why.
Bibia e kama.
Oh, but say do madaro.
Oh, ya da nyame ase. Ya da nyame ase na.
Yeah.
E me de semu nyina mo DC fo.
Yeah.
E me bi atwam.
Yes.
Na ene DC fo nkomo no guso a e ko. Ti Miracles do sabre we say o ye mercy catch e be to so about say cause report aminya no. These are from very, very revered people in society. Ebinimusi Elembele. If it is the case, Assembly man for only demanded 10,000 Ghana cedi
each.
Yeah, each. And a CJ Chromo across or something.
A chance.
A chance across, yeah, say. nipa no almost on free ho nti ya no so akoye contention mommy ni kan ti we ni influencer na afia mra the reality na
oh you dey but I say na me chia me senior brother so be say even though we upper west akimu no nyina dey fi bepɔ so
oh wow wow
na me chia in fact congratulations mu ema nana ya kranting
okay oh hodom no
there be nana ya kranting na CEO, newly appointed CEO for Minerals Income Investment Fund.
Oh, okay.
Minerals Income Investment.
Oh, no, you're not cutting a hole.
Aye. If you're cropon, okay. If you, it's an area with Trinqua, your bomb fire must say. Okay. Where you made in a cost.
Okay.
Now, say, we nominee for Assembly Bill Ghana Sambria. That's the young to Swaba, a bed in Sobeda.
Really?
Weddings are better because.
So the appointment, would you know about the carry?
Oh, only one leg of it. And only one leg of it. And we are very critical because, of course, since I didn't ma.
Want to be
in but that is not the end because you see, some confirmation of the municipal chief executive by the assembly members. And general elections in Boye.
Wow.
Me say if you give me the option to choose between assembly members ebe to wo swaba ne say nipa 30,000 koto bank am for 30,000 because assembly members me wo mo ye be 48 nti nipa 48 na wo obi bia show mo sa the fate of the municipality and wo ankasa wo fate ne show mo sa but ye the man nipa 40,000 anke ye because nipa 40,000 nimpo de so wetime komo no a chew mo de a nti omo nto abama ene mpuntu wa de beba but the facts of the reality is say with this electoral college system, no, that's not it. I don't know no. Nipa no come on in the nyina enye David idea be na work vision be David. That's not what critically that's not what they look at. That is a fact. Nti ema na yedin ema wo wadwen no pressure no ye more because these people take control of the entire process. Inti me no kase be fit last week meetings upon meetings, caucuses, pocket meetings, pocket discussions. Any idea oko na ohini we ho oni assembly members 3 we nkasa ma o assembly member bi o so on the software control pa oko ne ho market woman bi oko assembly member bi yere ho ai ese oko hu assembly member bi girlfriend na on ne ka obi ho ni nua no wadamfo nti you know so dynamics no
normal exercise
no it's a very complicated, complex, process. And I mean, we must be fair to all the nominees. It's not just about what you can deliver to the area. When it comes to that elections, it's not about what you can do to. Obi out to say at 2 beti na, and yet to say be the man for no. It's not about. Obi okra time na, especially when you are nominate omno. Ebi no ye MC no krobu okra say the baby a personal. And most of the times a personal. Obi enye an issue of na. Ejuma no David a personal ebi okokro no baby obi wo ne na asase ho man so bi ne ebusu asem bi ana the ethnic dynamics also come to play obi wo si wo na area for mo di ache dodo we mo 4 years wo mo di ye think say 4 years baha all those things come to play. It's me I am a strong advocate for elections of MMDCs on the universal adult suffrage principle. Yenyina yenkokoto saba we because the ASCC ano any different from their MPP na proposal no the same thing yemfa nipa no nyina enkoma all the over 30,000
whatever
because it's not different. It's the same process
but still
the same thing abano so on partisan basis because after all nominee no say political party na yi na ba and see we are be able to say all stretches kakra. And yede eka it's nominees omo betua won't you have at all. That's the truth.
So you have to pay.
Oh and then now I say we man can now to say why you have to
there's no jam kakra
when ebu okra mutumi no unim ebu okra assemblies ni bi wo ha wate say omo tweet ya no master on my 1,000 there in 20 and 1 5 second 155. I mean these are things we must be frank, open and discuss so that we can find solutions.
Na ehusa
na kade
now modern bono ne
David na say wo ye nipa ne sa wo de nipa ne fa sa kwan ne so That's what better office wa. A crime ben of first wa obi akonya says cano. Actually be okofe free. And so these are reality. So you know, and these things they happen even within parliamentary primaries across board. We need to begin to discuss them. The time to conceal these things, we should discuss it. Obi go assembly, assembly members baby at 40. Assembly members say would nipa back could be at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, almost about 200,000 Ghana cedis. No. To me, when MCs, former MCs, when we be more about that. You cannot finish paying our time in the class. You understand? You can't finish paying our time now. But at the end of the day, sometimes, and yet an issue of self, I say, because even your credibility, integrity is on the line. I'm penning the ashe when you say. Until you have to ensure and do whatever you have to do. Yes, you have an opportunity to serve your people. And painfully enough, the people you are going to serve don't have a say in this particular, election. And anytime you open up an electoral process, money business, a coffee, and a jai. Because nipa 30,000 but nipa kakra bi nti we kona nipa be 10 people na hijack and as some elections nipa 5 ebe to be hijack and as Ndra one of my colleagues Olusi no he had 3 votes for the winning 3 so you can imagine if these 3 people decide say yeah they want to mount that just we see man 3 pe na aka 3 he needed just 3 more votes to win and see I think it was about 9 people who voted against him. And then I think 13 people voted for him. In Tinanko, he had 3 if 9 him. Now we have 16, not their film. And then because of that, he's been rejected. So now, Senyame and Adona president sign nominating Bima. I saw Pekon Befa so as 9, we have 3 film. Nipa 3 people, they will hold the entire district, to ransom. It's a very worrying situation.
So I'm in chairman for. So why DC paying this moment? Your brother a more thing. Yes, and all cannot. Yet the name I say the CC, but in reality, Sana cost for football. And your modern we have first time I appoint to a man for one shows are quite obit me and I want to mean yet. And Obi cry away, Obi area point to a bit was over DB on Kono Bisumra immediately. Even within your own party. Say we are. MPP Abanye was president and now they are nominated in Ibawe. There will be a faction within your own party, actually.
In some of the districts I'm hearing
that they pay losing bonus.
You haven't seen about 2,000 commotion. Wow, losing bonus. Yakwaba. Well, yes, I was here trying to come on to say hi, Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So I'm say, Koso Kase, Yadamasipa, yeah, trying to come on to say, for see, Evelyn is here, sorry, also Wajibra, also Rebi, Koto companion for Bako, Evelyn, good morning. On share that Wajibra. Moanusi or DC for
coming. Yes, and an econo. And
young fellow send me Metria, not Mentimania, the Nipa dress at Tumusaba, Mantiman Cross.
Yeah.
Yes, I bet Tumuswa baby ma. Mampay who mobile was a Casamia and Samra, neighbor Tumuswa baby ma. The Bassage Mr. Kevin. Oh, my Yasaman Okano. The first one out to the first one. And your mampay you cry, who's a run of chesses, your 2 first one when ya within 10 days, as yes, and 2 swabber. Okay, and we didn't do a mampay you cry. That within that 10 days, no. Oba. You see, let's face it, and discuss. This is what goes on in all the assemblies. Oba. And we are talking about fighting corruption. Nippon or two on any new media, and any modern body, Yeshua assemblymen are confirmed. Once we call this time the Akoko season. Now to Okrano, now within. Yeah, I'm caught here the point. Say, what is Koko season? Yeah, it's the Akoko season. Within, Krano, or Mampano to win a nomination, or no one party, ma. ABC to 8 year losing bonus.
Someone got 20 and no maji.
For somebody to lose.
Yeah, for someone to lose. The nipa na will lose, you know. And you know the nipa na mpeno. Na mo bi e wo ho a ono so fo say ye tutia no na ye ni fi ho a. The nipa bi na beba na no ana beba. And you have to find monies to fight all these things. Into this is someone there. Last na me kan we this year some so no. Enya some that form. So this is what is going on all over the country. This is be no betimi aka say ye hwe na nim ne say wo there. We Joseph Ba ndi entoma near the man na okoye. And they are rejecting people to not base say when you're competent and I say they cannot work. Never into consideration. People are paying huge sums of money in order to be confirmed. They are not bribing their way. But that is the demand on the situation. You have to pay. Currently,
okay, so that's it. Our fair conversation. Ejura Committee recommends compensation for families of deceased and injured persons. So among the recommendations, 1, the committee recommends adequate compensation for the families of the 2 deceased persons, namely Abdul Nasser Yusuf and Mutala Siraj Mohammed. Adequate compensation must also be paid to other injured persons, namely Luis Aikpa, 20 years, Awal Misbao, 16 years, and Nasif Nuhu, 30 years. These are the names known to the committee. 2, the committee recommends the immediate transfer of the District Police Commander of Ejura, DSP Philip Kojo Hamon, first for his incompetence in handling the situation and for the fact that his relationship with the community seems to have been damaged beyond repairs. 3, we further recommend for structural expansion of the Ejura Police Station and an increase in personnel. 4, we recommend the removal of the Ejura Seshedumasi Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Mohammed Salisu Bamba, since his continuous presence as MCE will exacerbate the already tense security situation in Ejura. 5, it is further recommended that the military establishment review the actions of the section on the ground led by Lieutenant Martin Opoku-Edusei for the inappropriate use of force and apply appropriate sanctions. 6, we further recommend the training of RESEC, MUSEC, and DISEC officials in the Ashanti region in conflict and crisis management at the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College at least once every year. We recommend the development of a joint standard operative procedure for military police operations, including roles for indispensable allied agencies like the National Investigations Bureau, NADMU, Ghana National Fire Service, National Ambulance Service, etc. We further recommend that the NCC should intensify its public education in relation to the rights, obligations, and civic responsibilities of the people of Ejura. It is further recommended that all route crisis control units be made to wear body cams, and all vehicles and mobile gadgets employed must have cameras. 10, we recommend the establishment of a sports and other recreational facilities in Ejura under the Zongo Development Fund so as to rechannel our energies of the youth. So the conclusion is there, thanking XYZ. But these are the recommendations committee in Itnase or the by. So, Honorable, this whole issue about the kaka or kaka or whichever way there was a ka. I can find by the attack on the media, the political twist and interpretation, and finally the recommendation that has been made by the committee. The power on so one na one of us to start with. Are you satisfied?
I think I'm fulfilled. In terms of satisfaction, I'm say when the entire matter has been brought to an end, and I'll explain how I feel that the matter can be brought to an end. The attorney say we be any baby, ama as on mine and our stakeholders, for example, the security services, OSHA recommendations here, almost baby almost into and then come between your first the media has a lot to pick from this as well, because say you share BBI in semi free but what kind of recommendations any you share hearing now, it's quite clear say we cannot absorb the media of any wrongdoing, you know, especially multimedia, because at some point say utie in some way course and utie some of the testimonies, then you could say it could have been handled better. The whipping up of sentiments, the whipping up of emotions along the line contributed to some protesty, and then the as it's been described by the committee, incompetence and show of lack of professionalism by the security services and also on the ground also led to some of these things. And see, obia obi so film. Na nanom kra we dra e wo mo so mo de on be film. And then this has also brought to fore some of the infrastructural deficits a war community. Key for me is the fact that it's established clearly by through the hearing and by the committee say Kaka was actually murdered by his own family, and that it was based on a family feud. I think that this is the point I may make about a complete end to the matter. No, I think the police at this point should take up the matter and then now investigate and then conclude the investigation, prosecute, and make sure say whoever took the life of this young man will be dealt with accordingly and appropriately. We need to understand say when it comes to mass and I say large, you know, population dealing with them, ubiane sinusi drink, any ubiane akwan faso any normal. And see if we have the platform to sort of engage communities, especially when it comes to issues like these. Mekai embrace me by fix the country, kasebi or kasentina, yekuno, and that's actually what, you know, listening to the hearing and listening to the comment. That's actually what sparked the protest on the streets. The question is, could it have been avoided? Could this have been avoided? I think yes. If some of us had slowed down by making conclusive pronouncement as to what had led to the death of the young man, we would not get to where we are. If we had not made it look like a buying and now will be now because all Canadian there will be no protest. Because they will know say so that's for me it's a major lesson, because there was a banter all over social media. Some said freeze the country, some said it wasn't, and blah blah blah. It went back and forth. Some were trying to justify, and I mentioned multimedia specifically on this because that's where I started reading it from. I think we need to learn from this, and that is not to say but this is an indication to us. These are some of the repercussions. People may lose their lives carelessly, and then others may also be maimed, you know, needlessly. 10 recommendations. Each of them, I think, is quite solid.
Okay, so
some of them, I believe, have been implemented in Pureda. Because we just say MC in this yes, and I know it's a police commander, Commander Ham. He was once a district commander in my area. I mean, dissect so. And see, I'm sure that these are I don't see any other recommendations. I mean,
okay. Okay, so on the findings, I'm sure probably you've gone through, and multimedia through Erastus, as I don't call, really helped the committee, because we can kind of findings now. Multimedia through Erastus don't call. Videos, pictures,
yes.
really contributed to the success.
To the committee, yes, I agree. To the committee. Mine is the fact that the incitement.
Yeah, but the committee did not see that.
No. The committee is talking about your contribution to their work.
So
I'm telling you mine.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you mine.
So official document is that. But for Erastus,
it doesn't change
no
the
problem
fact that,
about that.
yes, it doesn't change the fact that I feel, say, if some of this incitement, that's my description of what had led to the death of Kaka by multimedia. Another media houses are. Anka ebi anka yenya protest mpo enye obi enwu anse yakọ committee me akọbo no.
Okay.
Imagine no.
All right. Okay, me that's it. Oh.
Yeah, I'm say it's a welcome news. Should be a defeat and a Juma committee na ya be disabria. Say ransom no na e ahomete. Na sena me nua de nisika no. I wouldn't blame the media much. We should time is see na any brea na the first country the gentleman's role in the first the country movement ne why any who advocate of for friends saying
fix the country.
Yes. Any brea would we na actually one shot na enye hwehwemu a it will be point ye trinkwa any nipa ehu dwumadi e den e course a ona obrea ni ho no anka be den. Alright, nyame wo se ne oye ne nyome nyina meka mo be di dase they saw this the brother or you say enye no a anka e be den pa. But as that say we share juma committee na ye no with the recommendations na ampa this in crowd there onu fi ho ansa na one recommendations crowd there out. Okay, police in there so no at times young professionalism in whatever area we find ourselves are very important. We share life you lose because of the police action no. Now we say they could have handled it better saying you know. They are this young dear say the police and the people all stakeholder involved who say ni awoye bia no ehun asodi o man ko nanim asa ne man ye koso a eba no eye police for no so asede say enya bibia etutu no adoso. Okay, etutu no we can report now the action of the friends in public no and yes so provocative to the extent say we dey use firearms. But they did. People say what motivated the police at then to do that, and I'm very sure that Nintina offense the commander no Yaman happy baby then after in the few no he also learned his lessons. All right, yeah. And you know your mom pie at times I call recommendations you bar you ever try you see one more is free mono kaka nankasa de yamonidi but two other people who you know young compensate one they never said they should compensate kakas me sure say after they are ever taking the criminal aspect they didn't do any criminal offense investigations. Okay, per the mandate given them by the president and I'm sure that the courts will handle the criminal aspect of it. As to Niokuno, the Intiokuno, they will do their judgment. And to honor the say they cannot pronounce compensation for Kaka. So Abra won't shimu fiasi dress but I don't think it's right. The one of my recommended say MPBB and Patawono. Yes, sir. Yes, Rabbi.
Infantum.
Sabria Abbey, Infantum. Abai who diagra a hana he. Na report to Naba. And so now yes, I say ye nas in Driba Nagasanya day. Because people are suffering over there. Will be a pride, be an uncle maybe. And now a prayer of the few to me yesterday. Will be a free maybe on notion the bush and with Janet Ma and I be better, sir. Let's do a bassa and ma akumatoi day.
But what do we also tell the youth? Because among the recommendation, baby, I made that park as say, teach you more man secret for paying. Ntiti bi mra mamunye nimdie wo bambo ne hoye ne mentime ho asese ba anehwe afimu nkura mo wo kontiti ba ku bi kura na on data ebeboa because bambo ni nyina no mo na mo da no mumudu do na azu begia to se ba bambo ho nimdie nso na ebi asinto kakra ewom sa ho no mujitum se we should immediately carry it out.
My is it may be bar actions need be spontaneous. And in an area, official recommendation also there should be some sort of how do you call it?
Structural expansion.
So that they can get a place to engage their energies and sort.
Setting up recreational facilities.
No one yejuma. Yes, one woman you. Woman yejuma ye. Na hochewa. That's what the Bible says. The idle hands are always available. So the devil will use it. Yeah, and the devil will use it. And if facing your kaka something koye you say, I've been a youth leader all this while. Me, my beginning in politics, even before I was a youth leader, up to a point a friend saying, me the film where they come in. So what community it is not good. I'm not saying it's good. But that youthful exuberance, any our zeal to support our own. Say me team crazy me feel koko as you for abamukro. In my upper West Achim. Now a leader be all of a sudden yes, hey. Me leader or your friend Abambo Gabi. He's a unit committee chairman. No, we better see Kumo Gabi. Just like that. Nebia proud to killing Sahami Nipano. And now on mine Nipano, he's the unit committee chairman. Me Bonnie didn't know so much. They know that Mugabe, if any could do. Obviously, the community will rise. Reaction. That's spontaneous reaction. That is where the professionalism of the police comes to bear. They're taking all this into consideration, you know. We have several means of crowd control. At times, if you want to attack, you have good results. And that's where the police failed. And yes, I'm saying, at the Siandibi Subako, I'm a youth who said, maybe you are. And so we are there. I'm too on. Because reaction here, it depends on the action that came earlier. It's in your and no, Nansha police subede. And our law enforcement agents were there. Once be reacted to. Now one shiny and one kunyane papa. Nti addition dey say na wo kano. Say emre ba ese say ye nyina ye ho abotre. Issues be ba let's resort to the available means the peaceful means in resolving issues. The be say be ba kwan as an individual as a group. Now to be break akra. We need the best solution to use. Send ye tibia no as a dubria yinya wo trema yema a tree impuntu ye den e kwetri, especially at a time na so man na dey we see na say offense ejira farms bi on nkofo farms say ga ba na ngadi ben o mo farms say yema this is where the role of unemployment plays in some of those things. So ti ase nipa ni guo adwuma ni ho omo nkwa adwuma no mo fi inte ejira farms na ye adwuma and now other factories be ye adwuma and the youthfully gainfully employed that time the incident this they'll be out there working.
Okay, Miracles, you agree to that?
I agree. I mean, also medical I say we know yes we are all the stakeholders. Even your cry your chair music in there we have a lot to learn from this. Narration on the actions by the DC and the Rex there are some gaps in there because like my senior brother was saying, in as much as and you're connected to face the country, there should be a red flag. Said this is already a community advocate. When it's BBC about how do we handle it. Youth. I'm not here. I want to say be a more no go street and so 70% no money into Moho. Say 70% no money at the Crawford in here. No almost street. Maybe now
they jumped into it.
Aye. Ebi muso ho abehwe kan na du ho na obi on a reason. Obi ho we a protest ye DC na popular. Sa police we minimum nti issue back no. Obi na the reason nti ya.
Or they join.
Or they join. Nti NCC education is the civic education is critical. It's na make us multimedia for video crane to me they unravel a lot of this but almost you be Obi a picking the idea Ephraim. I'm
okay,
sure.
So Miracles, man, Comra, what by no? Everything now is on COVID. Until most of the free COVID, Muna Moshishan, Yamay. Yakwaba. Yebeko so Adam wase semugusu amojibre na mo hwe na mo tie Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so bra so say ye dey minute be nwotwe da enim no e dey wrap up nti 99 ana ye eche meka say haye Badwam on Adom TV so Miracles. Now the assurance from the Sector Minister Information Recovery, Ghana now focusing on recovery of the economy after COVID the whole sense and this is one issue Adibia the minority and some Ghanaians have with the MPP everything is COVID. It's COVID. It's COVID. It's COVID. It's COVID. I want to check COVID. I like COVID. COVID. If you are seeing COVID, what now? What's the style of Modeba?
I am say Obia ni ho change. Say COVID no has had a very big impact on the global economy. Ghana credit here, other economies are struggling. And say you can't why you can't because so we share economic indicators prior to 2017. Any BBA or minor fee from 2017 back from 2020. Answer na COVID never. It's quite clear say Obi make it our COVID argument, very, very valid points. And these are facts and figures. You can't to mean sano. COVID never, and I start here say my performance, any growth, thankfully, and yet ye penny I think the draws and Sakra Bank of Ghana and Sokra Babekai. Before the na AMF and Sokra Edikaya Canada say we are on the road to recovery as a nation and as an economy. And your COVID anka. Senka we are saying containers in here you too free, you free China be. Senka movie from $3,000, it's a call 15,000. It's a call 20,000. You COVID. And your COVID anka factory say what the manita credit, a bimun shut it down. Now, based on your friends, some workers are more affected. There was a time, one particular factory in Tema, almost about 150 workers at that factory in your COVID. So they had to shut down. Because of the same COVID, internal trade facilitation between Yang and Europe, Asian community countries. And see, even inputs a lot of our industries need to be able to produce. Some inputs, for which reason kakra no mutumi produce naturally and also ne bo be kosoro so mutumi produce impo COVID inti a lot of people have lost their jobs, not only in Ghana cried we managed to even keep workers at work, and some of them were being paid, especially public sector. Nobody was laid off, but in other countries they were laid off. And see, we cannot discount the effect of COVID. It's going to be there for probably another 5 years or 6 years, the COVID economy that we discussed. It's going to be there for another 5 years or 6 years. And so, Ebia, you bet me at on a new part. The good thing is, because of the strong base and your work as a mining, even though it was so yakakrano, yeah, science, you bet me, so in many years. And I think, say, you be kind of boom, near to me, near to me, the economy number back on the before COVID, you almost about 16 to 17 taxes. Of our next, but it's not COVID. Last budget. They introduced them 2 or 3 new. The COVID relief levy. They say they got top vaccines. Any excess power capacity they were too full also near there. And it's all because of the impact of the COVID on us. And can yes, some engine saying kasa COVID levy you can be introduced. And the new taxes about higher. A lot of people have lost their jobs. They are now trying to find new jobs in the system. A lot of industries that require foreign inputs to be able to produce are not producing.
So we are really on course.
We are on course. I mean, comparatively, if we compare ourselves to other nations, I think we are on course. And if you look at the figures, I think it's getting better from the way it
is. It assuring that now the focus is on bringing back the economy to be on track.
Mine, Medase, say, no sadia, necessary. We have to bring back the economy. They should be on track for recovery because, but my question say, say we have to stimulate the economy to recovery. Are we doing that? You see, we are taking leverage in the advent of this COVID. The excuse be COVID. We quite a mature poem the amount buying. MPP are buying COVID about my mind in a bread. Ghana and Sia Kahubi. Na Ghana de yemuanka a check and caught in your quantity year one. I buy me be a senka COVID because now so no customer will be treated say COVID and can't come pay. It doesn't mean your COVID the year one.
Haneka, we won't walk as a
for the MPP government. One actions in answer is a tray in my poem. So I say,
Chabano trim kono say ebe card ebe check.
Check na yes, that is the approach. We show the posture, abani posture near no. Why am I saying that? See, you can't stimulating an economy for recovery, and maybe you are buying some way. Major investment. You want to raise your revenues. You want to lower your cost, and so many things. There should be capital injection in the system. Ama yenye bidia ye juma, ama manfo yenye juma ye den aye. Me no ka say, yanko sign hydro. Me fa no example. From 2017 Iba, there were this first phase project making up of 10 lots. Bayons opshe isheshe na nkeseka by 2020. No way. That 2 billion.
It's a COVID.
Put them in bow COVID apa. You see, a projects are in the budget. Our no friends saying finance minister they got 2 one. Yinim krano na you were over 600 million they can draw down. That's the contractors. Menu ka say. And na many will be on the program so. What may use only 100 million? Are you a serious government? Do you really mean business? And now say you na Dr. Badwam ye di em ko fa ba no adanko dada di wo nim nyomo ya na. Me na say who was 6 or mine who approve a commitment of over 600 million settled down for you to use on those projects? None, not even one has been completed. COVID ko ye o den ho. COVID ni mo ena sign hard for making available that money. Inti undi enyesa ko fedi o enyuma na wankasa da beto adi asenka by 2020 share me my example me wan say tamalenta jajidi and yes e ko anim kakra it's just about 38 million inti nka sikana ya available no
for this ejuma
no
so mo dey inner row si no mo keka
na out of 6 projects awo ye yina no wo si yes ye wi o 2020 sika by 600 edaho wo si 100 na bedi. You understand? Let's look at their borrowing. Share
cost.
Borrowing cost. And they borrow both external and internal. When private enterprises, institutions, it is a time that there should be some sort of grants, capital injections for them to work. You are crowding them out because I buy what you say. Many will say, yeah, Kappa could do 336. From 122 after NDC left government. See, your Dutch GDP is 76.4. See, we are using over 80% of our revenues to pay interest on loans. No, you are some local banks. No, private businesses and coffee way for.
LBC miracle, just a word.
I think I wanted to stay on course at this point. We hear me off course. But the fact of the matter is that the Sino Hydro projects are ongoing, you know it. The economic stimulation is ongoing. Which is our Obatampa program here really out. That's exactly what it's talking about. And really, politician. Wow. They stimulating economy. He has mentioned the things that we are doing.
Yeah, don't be asking. Another edition of the year.